the glittering casinos to the desert sun, we're making magic with the things we've done. Laser engraving, resin gray, laser engraving, carving the way. Resin painting, painting our own, painting our own clay. Vegas nights, a 3D delight. We're pushing limits, reaching new heights. 3 HP in the city where dreams meet. Las Vegas, where creation is sweet. In the city where dreams come alive, Las Vegas lights shining so bright. We're getting high on technology, no surprise. 3D HP, we're taking flight. From the glittering casinos to the desert sun, we're making magic with the things we've done. Laser engraving, carving the way. Resin painting, painting our own, painting our own clay. Vegas nights, a 3D delight. We're pushing limits, reaching new heights. 3 HP in the city where dreams meet. Las Vegas, where creation is sweet. From the glittering casinos to the desert sun, we're making magic with the things we've done. Laser engraving, resin gray, laser engraving, carving the way. Resin painting, painting our own, painting our own clay. Vegas nights, a 3D delight. We're pushing limits, reaching new heights. 3 HP in the city where dreams meet. Las Vegas, where creation is sweet. In the city where dreams come alive, Las Vegas lights shining so bright. We're getting high on technology, no surprise. 3D HP, we're taking flight. From the glittering casinos to the desert sun, we're making magic with the things we've done. Laser engraving, carving the way. Resin painting, painting our own, painting our own clay. Vegas nights, a 3D delight. We're pushing limits, reaching new heights. 3 HP in the city where dreams meet. Las Vegas, where creation is sweet. From the glittering casinos to the desert sun, we're making magic with the things we've done. Laser engraving, resin gray, laser engraving, carving the way. Resin painting, painting our own, painting our own.
Hey, hello, everybody. How is everybody doing? We're live from Las Vegas. We're live from the UK and Henderson, Nevada. How is everybody? We're live on YouTube and Twitch. Happy Saturday. Yeah, it's like 109 here at the moment. How is everybody doing? Hello, all my chat friends.
I'm all right. Well, in the middle of the week on Monday, Tuesday, I was not very well. I had a little bit. I thought I was gonna have a heart attack or something because my heart was racing and chest pain. So I went to hospital for like 2 days.
Wow.
And yeah, but I feel way better now. I think I solved the problem. My blood pressure went already way down. So I know I have an idea what caused it, but I can't put my finger on it, you know.
Yeah, I felt kind of lightheaded for a couple of days on and off.
Yeah, my problem was I had my chest was so tight and my blood pressure was so high. I literally had blurry vision and headache, and you know, yeah.
And
So
a couple of days ago, I saw sky rockets in the night.
yeah, I'm going through
Afternoon
this month.
delight.
That's the thing of being older, you know, getting older,
Nick, or my next
getting more and more health problems.
anxiety, possibly anxiety.
No, it's not anxiety. I kind of expect. I have an idea what it was, but I already solved the problem. So
Yeah,
Put out another video yesterday. I done this on my laser. Got the file off
that looks
Etsy.
very
Came
nice.
out amazing. It's 15 millimeters thick, 5 millimeter wood I picked up at home at Lowe's, and I cut them out on my Raleigh and painted them and glued them together. Came out amazing.
isn't it the one that you said main was broke off?
Make a mind
Yeah,
Nexus.
when I had done this during the live stream a week ago, I was using some 12 by 12 material and I sized it way down, but main was kind of cut off up in the corner. It didn't come out right, and I didn't want it so little, so that's why I bought the bigger material so I could make it larger.
You know, Dan, make a mind Nexus. The only time I get anxiety if I fight with my wife. Literally, I'd rather go to war on the front lines than fight with my wife. You know,
You got Kenny?
I know what to expect.
All right, I made all that math. So I want my money, and I want my money now. If you don't give me my math, I'm gonna get mad now. My math
Walter
is the
White
best.
from Breaking Bad.
Well, you better
my
cure
math
your
is
cancer.
the best shit there is.
Thank you, Montana Maker.
You know, I watched the first couple series of that Breaking Bad. When it come out in 2015, I think it came out, and I just start watching it now. And I watched 2 series, and I'm like, no, I'm not for that.
Excellent show. Yeah, I give it a 10.
Yeah.
1 to 10, I give it a 10.
I do agree it's pretty
gave it
realistic
11.
and all that, but I'm not into that kind of stuff, you know.
It's not for everybody. I seriously doubt my sister's gonna watch it.
I'm more into documentaries, reports, facts, and I like movies to escape a little bit, but I'm more of like an action guy. Like I like drama, like action drama movies. Like
So that's what that
some
was.
people probably yank on me now for that, but like Downton Abbey, like that. Like how they lived in the olden times, Victorian times. I like watching stuff like this, and even older period, like time period films. I kind of like those too, and even in those type of movies, some of them are pretty brutal.
Here's something I want to talk about for a minute and share. Our friend Patrick with Light Source Engraving.
Yeah.
Everybody, I'm sure you know him. He's on the Laser Makers realm. The Light Source Engraving, LA hobby guy. They stream every 2 weeks. Patrick has a great channel, but his parents' house, I guess, burned down July 4th.
Yeah, please everybody help.
I'm not sure exactly what happened. They lost one animal. Another animal, I guess, got injured by a paramedic unit that was pulling up. But they have a GoFundMe. I shared the link in chat. It's coming up on it's on Twitch. I'm not sure if you can see it on YouTube, but I can reshare the link on YouTube or just scroll up a little bit. But yeah, it's a damn shame. Patrick, here in a little bit.
I actually never watched Downton Abbey, but I'm just trying to describe what type of movies I like to see. Like Charles Dickinson, that some of them movies what they made out of his books. I like that, and time period
Yeah,
movies.
my wife watched all the Downton Abbeys. I watched it for like the 2 seasons, and there's no violence. It's like I like action, I like violence, I like sex, I like all that. But in Downton Abbey don't have it, so it's like pretty boring. Hello, 3D Medic Vince. How you doing today?
Hey, Medic. Yeah. So everybody who just seen what Jerry showed off, please help that person if you can.
Let's see. Yeah, here's the link right here. I thank you if you're on YouTube. You can see that link.
It's always bad when a house burns down.
And it's Patrick's brother that started it, so that's why you don't see Patrick's name on it.
Yeah.
How do I live stream to Twitch? I'm streaming in StreamYard. When you download StreamYard or you log into StreamYard, you can have a free account or a paid account. You simply pick where you want to stream to. Facebook, Twitch, YouTube. You click on them, you set up the stream, and then you set up what day and time you want to go live. You drop in before your stream, you're ready to go live. You click it in the top right corner and you go live. The link for here.
I can't hear you because I'm switching my batteries.
Here's the StreamYard link for my live stream. That's what you're asking for.
I guess those batteries were not fully full.
Mr. Diesel, hello. How you doing today?
So who's got anything to share, man? Come on now.
I have nothing to share. I've been doing nothing because I was feeling unwell.
Ladies and gentlemen, Phoenix is dropping in. Hey, Phoenix, how you doing?
You moved again, I see.
Yep. Big fancy
nice house. Yeah. We can't hear you.
You're muted.
No, we can't hear you.
Sorry, Phoenix. I think something with your sound is wrong. Go under settings and see if you maybe have not your microphone.
Yeah, it's muted now. We can see it's muted. So unmute it again.
Yeah, he has to unmute it.
Hey, Mr. Diesel.
Oh, doing good. Can't hear you, but it's unmuted. Nope. There's an audio button down in the bottom. Just click your audio and you can test it. Pick a different source. Normally, when you come into StreamYard, you test that before you come in that your video and audio is working.
Yeah, it only took me about 2 or 3 weeks.
Hey, Stephen Poole. Hey, Derek. How you doing today? Hello, Chris. Thank you, Mr. Diesel. EastEnders, since I lived in England in the 1980s. All right.
Yeah, we liked Downtown Abbey. It was a good show.
I might have an error with my headset. I don't know. We'll try to get it fixed.
Testing.
Yeah, we got
here.
Okay.
How's it going today?
That's not his
fine.
house. That's his background.
Just fine. All right.
Yeah, it's a green screen. You can pick that in YouTube if you want. You can have the same house. You can even have video backgrounds where it can be something moving and walking around. Thank you, Chris. Appreciate it. Yeah, in the video, when I show the time lapse, when I do the first time lapse, it only shows it go around 2 passes. When I shut off the camera, I realized it wasn't all the way through, and I had to run a 3rd pass, which I didn't film. But then you see the other 2 time lapses for the other 2 sections. If you watch it, you'll see I go around 3 times. Hello, Russ. How you doing today?
So how are you doing, Matt?
Yeah, I'm all right. I'm feeling better now.
Yep.
Doing better all the time, huh?
So I'm thinking of doing a engineering drawing stream. Teach people how to build 3D models.
Oh, nice.
All right.
Yeah, StreamYard, if you just want to try it out, you can stream for so many hours a month for free. I've got a referral link if you want it. If not, just go to StreamYard.com. Hello, Clayton.
All right. Thanks, Jerry.
And there's videos on their YouTube channel and on their Facebook group that explains how to do everything, and it's very simple to use. If you need any issues, just message me and I can show you. Very simple to use.
All right. Yeah. So I've gotten lots of requests to teach people how to create 3D models with Shaper and SolidWorks.
Uh-huh.
So since I have time, I figured I would go ahead and do it.
Or you can download OBS. You can film it with OBS and upload it to your channel.
Oh, that's what I'm thinking too. And then I thought I would go ahead and sell my STLs.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I've just got the 1x1 carbon with AMS.
Yep.
Yeah, Bamboo makes a great machine.
And the cell just ran out. Oh well. I didn't spend a dime on that cell. Almost. I had that credit line up to $1,200, and I said no.
Yeah, and we'll be giving away a roll of Ziltech filament today and Polymaker later on during the stream.
Cool. You know I will win again.
Yeah.
Yeah, you usually do, Matt.
It's because I'm such good looking, you know.
Yeah. Okay.
Bullshit.
Well, get your OnlyFans page going. You make some extra money.
Oh God, I have to pay like £1,000 a minute or something, you know, for you guys to watch me.
No, thank you.
Yeah.
Well, let me show you. Don't worry about it. I said, I'll show you an elbow.
Sorry, Jerry. If he does that, I'm leaving.
Well, I'll show you an elbow. You guys are funny.
Not what I was thinking, but okay.
No, I'm not in that way. I'm not going for OnlyFans. No, that's not my thing.
Okay. So, what is the secret to laser marking plastic? I would like to know.
42.
Huh?
The answer to everything is 42.
To laser mark plastic?
No, he's saying that's the meaning of life, 42. Hitchhiker Guide of the Galaxy.
Huh?
What?
Forget it.
42.
Just
All right,
sort
I'm
of
back.
went over the head.
Hello, Tor.
Yeah, that's what happens when you get old. You start, not following everything.
Why are you
Hey,
going
I'm old.
senile now?
Huh?
I'm old.
Are you
I'm
going
old too.
senile now?
You're probably not 66 yet.
No, I'm 51.
See?
Yeah, I've had my extruder get clogged on the X1. When that happens, heat up the hot end. I take off the magnetic cover, take out the Bowden. I take a very small, if you don't have a needle, take a very small, like Allen wrench, and I just run it straight through the nozzle and push out the filament. And then it's usually good to go.
Oh, speaking of filament, I went on Poly's website to look at that new stuff. The first time when Scott first told us about that new material, I seen it, and that's when I should have pulled the trigger. And then about a couple days later, I went back on there again. They redesigned the web page for it, and it's available right now. So I want to try it because I want to play with that stuff. Because I think I can. Because I know what he said about he doesn't think he can make it through the curve on a bamboo, but I already went through that with some other carbon, where I really had to make damn sure it was dry because it was breaking right and left. Remember when I first told you about that,
Yeah.
Jerry? It was cracking. So, and I was able to get that to go through. So, and not just that, but I just want to try that material out. But yeah, it's
Yeah,
not
I got my
available.
carbon fiber from bamboo. It's very, very brittle. I don't run it through the AMS. I just put a spool holder next to the printer, run it straight in when I use it.
Yeah, straight in, but but that what that curve he's talking about is from the back to the inside, that loop that it makes inside that goes into the head. So, anyways, but yeah, I'm definitely gonna pick up a roll.
All right. Yeah, I think it's like 50, 60 bucks for 500 grams. It's pretty pricey.
That is pretty pricey. Must
Yeah,
be
I'm gonna be damn careful with what I make too.
Yeah.
Well, isn't most PLA between $20 and $30?
Well, that new line they came out with, it sounds like metal, looks like metal, but it's not metal. They came out with a bunch more, 2 more filament lines with Polymaker.
Yeah, and they came out with a ton of different stuff.
Yeah.
I'll have to talk to Nick about that because they just bought their brand new clear. So I'm waiting on that to come.
Mr. Diesel wants to know if the files I got can be 3D printed.
Matt, your fly's back.
Yeah, you got a fly on.
Hold on.
Yeah, if you convert them, they're I forget what format they're in for Lightburn, but they can be converted if you got a program to convert them. But yeah, the file was only like $2 and something on Etsy. Wasn't very expensive at all.
Oh, I shared the link to all like my sites and
I'm not sure which one it was to mention. Is that the one that we're talking about there, Kenny? PTSCF?
I believe so, something like that. Is it a breakfast cereal? No. For some reason, I'll just never ever buy an Ender. Something about that. I just don't like the company personally.
Yeah, Crowley makes good machines. It's just they came out with too many different variants of Ender. My original printers were CR10s.
Well, just like X-Tool. Like X-Tool, I bought that one laser, and all of a sudden they started coming out with a bunch of, like boom, 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 boom.
Yeah.
Like,
mass produced, come out with something new next month, and then et cetera, et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah, and that turned me off with X-Tool.
What's this link to, Phoenix?
Oh, that's so that you guys can convert 3D files into any format for any software.
All right, let me share that.
Somebody was just asking me, oh, it was my realtor. He was asking me how to change a Lightburn file into something else besides Lightburn, but that's easy. You just take the file, open up Lightburn, go to File, and then export, and then you have 3 options.
So that way people can convert 3D files to whatever they need to use.
All right.
That's easy to do.
Yeah, when I get that RF laser, radio frequency laser out in the garage, hopefully within the next 45 days or so, I will make that flag a lot bigger.
Hey, Jerry, by the way, are you still using that that thing you got a long time ago from GitHub where it shows pictures of your STLs?
I don't remember which viewer I'm using. I have a viewer that when I have them on my hard drive, I can double click and I can rotate them and look at them. But it should show me the image in my directory, and it hasn't been working. But if I double click on it, it'll load it up, and I'll see a 3D render like on Things or something.
So you should be able to see it in 3D print, which is part of Windows 10 and 11.
Mm-hmm.
You have a program called 3D Viewer, and it shows most files.
Yeah, so 3D Viewer.
You can look at them and decide what you want to do with them.
Yeah, because I need to get my download. My Windows download file is bad right now. I got so much crap in there, I need to clean it out.
Dreams boy, but do I need a Lightburn license to open export? Well, if you don't have Lightburn, you'd have to have a license unless you had a trial for 30 days. Let me check to see what format they came in. Let me look at my hard drive.
I hope everybody had a good 4th of July.
With Dreamview, you shouldn't have a problem. With the link Jerry just posted, you should just be able to take the file, open it up directly. It shouldn't matter.
I hope you all had a good 4th of July. You guys here and whoever watches the stream.
Cool.
Okay.
Yeah, it was nice. I watched most of it on CNN, and then I watched Disney's fireworks display probably the rest of the night.
But doesn't beat the real thing, doesn't it?
Well,
you'd be safer, but...
No, so Disneyland is probably about 10 minutes from my home. So
Anaheim, right? Or Florida?
No,
you said Disneyland. Disneyland.
Yeah.
Not Disney World. Disney World is in Florida.
So he's in Orange County.
Yeah, I'm in OC.
Do you have oranges growing around it?
I have an orange tree, if that's what you're asking.
Actually, didn't Orange County get...
Matt, you know how long ago that was?
Orange County? Yeah, it used to be, I think it was named after the orange growth, what used to grow there, I believe.
Those files,
yes.
The file from Etsy comes in svg.ai.dxf.eps.pdf and PNG.
But to answer your question, yes, there's still orange groves here in Orange County.
Cool.
What I miss, I don't miss the state. No offense. Born and raised.
Good evening, Cape Town. Hello, Betty Boop.
Anyways, I miss produce. No, I left way before all that shit started happening. I left in '86 when I joined the Army. So, but what I miss is produce stands, the strawberry stands, stuff like that, and of course I miss the beach. So, what city are you in?
So I am currently located near the city of Whittier.
Okay. So like Pico Rivera, Whittier.
Pico's on the other side of Whittier Hill.
Yeah, Whittier. Yeah, Rose. I got my first brother-in-law was buried at Rose Hills.
Okay.
I'm originally from Linwood.
Oh, okay.
I used to like to.
But when I was when I grew up, when I moved out, I moved to Orange County. Before I was in the service, I was living in Huntington.
That's cool. Now I used to live in Fullerton, and then we moved to La Habra, and then finally to Whittier.
No wrong. I used to cruise Whittier back in the day, back when cruising was cruising.
When you could.
Yeah, Clipper's nice. You can compile everything on the fly, make all the changes you want. It's a little work getting it all set up, but I highly recommend using Clipper. That way you don't have to configure all your files and re-upload everything. You can do everything right on the fly from your desktop.
Matt, I can see the Disney castle from my backyard.
Wow.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. Last time I did anything with Disney related, there is a annual picnic that me and my sister go to because I'm class of 76, she's class of 71, and she was hell-bent on wanting to go to downtown Disney. So we saw the fireworks from downtown Disney one year.
I've been there 3 times in my life.
Wow. Good luck trying to get parking now.
What, downtown Disney or Disneyland?
Either place.
Well, yeah, downtown. Yeah, that was Friday night, and it was because the picnic is on Sunday or Saturday. But yeah, it was a madhouse.
Still is.
Jerry, that's where I saw that huge Lego Hulk. I mean, it was huge, about 10 feet tall. It was Lego, made out of Legos. I think I got a picture of it somewhere. And matter of fact, they got a lot of stuff over there built out of Legos.
I
Oh,
like Lego.
we just got approved for the monorail.
What are they doing with the monorail?
So the monorail is going from downtown LA all the way into San Francisco.
Oh, that monorail.
Oh.
Well, it's got an offshoot that goes through Disneyland all the way to Vegas. So probably in the next 4 or 5 years, Jerry, you may be
If
getting
they ever started,
I'll be dead before that thing gets built. And
yeah,
I'm on his channel, but there's a particular reason why I say that. So, and
yeah,
I
I'm
won't
not
go any
sure if
further.
they broke ground on it yet.
Oh,
Hmm.
Disney did.
Why a monorail?
You know how long it took the Century Freeway to go through? I was
Oh.
a kid. I was a
It's
kid
It's
when
supposed to go
houses were getting.
down the middle of I-15, right down the middle.
Look what they're
So
doing to the 95 right now by Decatur. Well, now I'm hearing an echo.
mm,
Hmm.
Anyways,
yeah,
So
so
that-
the city approved the $146 million infrastructure start. And so they already expanded the 5 freeway.
Didn't what's his name? Elon Musk wanted to build this tunnel from LA
Yeah.
to Las Vegas.
Yeah, well, that
Wow.
tunnel only goes from downtown LA to, I think, Santa Barbara. The Hyperloop.
Yeah.
That was
You need
before
a big.
he
What?
decided to go to Texas.
Damn, I wish I could move back to Arizona. I'm all right.
Hey, you still
I'm in
can.
Vegas. No, I can't.
Why?
Because I have a house and I'm pretty much stuck to it.
Hmm.
Anyways,
You got bugs, Matt?
I got this bloody one fly what keeps buzzing around and always landing on my. It likes my camera. I guess it wants to like be famous. I guess.
Wants to be a superstar, huh?
No.
Hey,
Yeah,
Derek,
here's my pet fly.
Hey,
Superfly.
Derek, me and Brandy went to a Comic Con here in Vegas like 12 or 13 years ago, and here's a really big Hulk that you had a picture taken in front of.
I think
Not
I have
sure-
more muscles than him.
That's not 3D printed, but that's a big ass Hulk.
That is a
Yeah,
big ass
that
Hulk.
is that is huge.
I think I'm more musclier. See?
I'm Superfly.
Almost.
I'm talking about Matt Superfly. That's actually an old song.
Yeah.
Superfly.
Yeah, I remember.
I'm losing it. Okay. Yeah, mine is bigger, huh? Okay.
8'7". Did you ever manage to get that fixed for that guy, for your customer? The cracking problem it's having? No, Brandy, that wasn't a very
My
good
wife is
picture of
coming.
you.
We
but
have to silent.
I do have a good picture of my wife. Let me find it. Here's a good picture over here somewhere.
Oh no, she's beating me with my own hands. I'm just kidding.
Hey, smack him a few times for us while you're
Yes,
walking by.
please.
There's a good picture. There's a good picture of me and my wife right there.
Good looking picture, Jerry.
Anyway, what you guys been printing in the
I'm
chat?
guessing that was before you got into 3D printing because you look happy.
Yeah, it probably was. Yeah, it would have been. Hello.
Right now, Matt, the only thing I'm doing is designing little toys
Chris.
for Liam's Christmas giveaway. Or not Liam's.
You mean LM? LM.
Loyal.
Yeah, LM.
Hey, Red Light.
Yeah, I made a few things, but I don't know if anybody download. A couple people I know downloaded it last time I checked, but
Here's a link if anybody wants to drop in on camera. If I know who you are, I'll just come in on.
Lily,
You're very
no.
welcome to self-promote.
So,
no.
haven't really done much of anything. I've been working on a movie. Other than that,
What kind of movie?
so it's an action adventure story that starts off with a scientist designing a new engine for a fighter jet, and the engine prototype is stolen. So I have a team that's going around the world looking for it.
It's in China.
It's in Russia.
It's in North Korea.
After China sold us to Russia, North Korea. But anyway.
It's in your own backyard. You lost it.
I have
America, F yeah.
I have a team using the CIA to try to track it down.
Okay.
America.
You already started filming this movie?
Yeah, in fact, I've got clips you want me to see if I can go ahead and link it to you in the StreamYard.
If you have the CIA involved, you have to.
Hello, Hobby Main. How you doing today?
If you make like the CIA involved in your movie, so you have to put the anagram mice in.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got Tor popping in from TH3D.
Howdy.
Hey, howdy.
No, that link I had sent you, Tor, was on Facebook the other day because you were talking about where to go to for the affiliate. So I sent it to you on Facebook. I said this one. Well, anyway, once I went to it, I re-registered. The email reapproved me. But then when I logged in, it doesn't show any of my old affiliate credit. But then I realized that Tim, about 2 weeks ago, sent me a gift card, a code to enter to use my $39 from prior affiliate credit. So
yeah,
I went on
your new system.
So I went on I went on your site yesterday, and I was going to turn that amount into a gift card. That way, it includes shipping, like I've done with Tim in the past, one other time, like a year ago. But the minute I turned it into a gift card, went to check out, it said balance zero. So then I just didn't know what to do with it, and I closed the program.
Oh, I'll have to take a look. Yeah, sorry, I'm not on Facebook anymore.
Okay.
Or as much.
Okay. Well, I didn't know that. All right. So I always send you an invite link every week.
You're smart.
So, Jerry, there's a link in the chat so that you can look at it.
All right.
There's no sound on it yet because I'm still editing.
Yeah. If I wasn't an admin of a group, I'd be off Facebook.
I am admins of groups and I'm off Facebook.
Well, how's that work?
There's a lot of other admins.
Huh?
I said there's a lot of other admins.
Oh, but so you're no longer an admin then, right?
Yeah. I have the role. I just don't log on to Facebook anymore. It's
the AI looks pretty good, Phoenix.
Looks really good.
I think Instagram is horrendous.
You see that thing of Zook trying to surf and drink at the same time? Oh, man,
Zuckerberg?
Lame. Yeah, that was lame. Trying to be cool like he's surfing in a tuxedo.
Hey, who do you think would win if they go in an MAA fight? Zuckerberg or what's the other guy's name? Elon, yeah. Who do you think would win?
Elon would kick his ass.
I don't know.
I mean, Zuckerberg is pretty tall compared.
Who cares? Why does it matter?
It doesn't really.
You never seen like celebrity box matches, like when Danny Bonaducci went against the guy from the Brady Bunch.
Oh, back in the 80s.
Well, it wasn't that long. I think it was in the 90s.
Okay.
So, what do you think, Jerry? You think that looks pretty good for CGI?
Yeah, it's getting there. I mean, some of the faces look misaligned a little bit, but the quality looks pretty good. I'll rewatch it later, but where I see the guys in the beginning talking to her, let's see where I find that at.
Is there a skip?
At 20 seconds, it looks kind of, their faces look odd.
Okay, well, I'll work on it.
I mean, her face looks good, but at 20 seconds, look at the two guys behind her. You'll see what I'm talking about. But yeah, it looks neat.
Yeah, but they do have a good mind, those two people. I mean, they're very successful, but you know.
What are you talking
Yeah,
about,
Jerry.
Jerry?
I just opened it up and it's not showing its claim.
It's not showing it's claimed.
Or it's not showing it's been used at all.
Yeah, because I didn't check out because it showed 0 on the gift card.
Huh.
Because if I apply it towards a roll of film, the shipping will be almost as much as the filament. So I turn it into a gift card. That way I can include my shipping and everything all in one.
Yeah.
Jerry, what the hell are you talking about? 20 seconds?
He's talking
Oh,
about a clip of my movie.
Yeah, I know.
And
I'm watching it.
that's something Phoenix is working on a project.
I know. I'm watching it. But I don't see, I don't see where you're at 20 seconds where something's wrong.
Well, I just sent your face to look odd. You want me to share that to everybody?
Well,
All
she
right,
looks
go
like
on
she's
here.
looking out the, okay, she looks like she's looking off to the side. Like her eyes are shifted to the left. That she's got a look.
Phoenix, you want me to share this with everybody?
If you wanted, Jerry, it doesn't bother me.
Okay.
It's all public. So here's that same character getting into a fighter jet.
Careful with the sound, Jerry.
There is no sound.
All right. That's definitely AI generated.
Yeah, her face looks really good for AI.
It's all AI generated. Every single person there.
Yeah. Like I said, definitely AI generated. I still can see the pixels. It gets me with AI things like this. It's not. I don't think it's still smooth movements. You know what I mean?
That looks real, doesn't it? That's all computer generated.
Yeah, it looked real.
So there's a second one that you can see the main character in her fighter suit.
So how much time is that right there to do?
It's 2 hours for every 3 minutes.
That takes your time to set it up.
To render and do
Wow. That'd be expensive.
Yeah, if I had to have the studio's software and network support to do all this, yeah, it'd be ultra expensive. But fortunately for me, I've got 3 i9s that I can dedicate just to video processing.
You got 3 i9s?
Yep.
I got 1. Yeah, that's where I do all of my processing is on my Alien.
Yeah, so, I do all my processing in my head.
It's been a process. So hopefully by summer next year, I'll be able to put it to Sundance.
All right. Wish you good luck with that. So you're gonna be as an independent movie maker, I guess. But they might not gonna like your movie because it's generated with AI. Because, I mean, people in Hollywood are arguing now that it should go less and less AI only for certain, let's say, action scene, so the people doesn't have to risk their life to, let's say, jump off a wall or house, whatever, or jump out of an airplane, because those are mostly the shoots what cost the most, explosions.
Well, it also puts a lot of people out of work.
Yes, so I do agree.
Well, there's no way that this is going to put anyone out of work because
that's our future. If you have the money, anybody can buy the program to do what he's doing if you got the money.
Right. I'm just saying, it's just, the same thing with, but then again, I think some of the self-inflicted, like the, $20 minimum wage in California.
I mean, I
No.
understand why Phoenix is doing it. Yes, because I don't think he have a 25 or 100 million pound budget. You know what I mean? So we have to go with AI. But those big movie companies, I don't think they should really use AI. You know, they have enough money to pay the people and to
Well,
do
call
the
him up, Matt.
resources.
You tell him your opinion, and see
Hey,
where it goes.
hey, I still think they should be able to use AI for
I'll
certain
call
things. You know?
Barno and get with his people. My people will get with and then we'll do lunch.
And some,
And we'll touch base.
yeah. I get the point. You know, it's a double-edged sword. You know, so
Well,
whatever
so
you do, people still gonna be upset. Nobody, you know, not every person will like your movie. You know, that's the problem. You know, you can't satisfy everyone. So
Records are coming back. Don't worry.
it's okay. I just
yeah,
want.
I'm still waiting for 8-tracks.
What video killed the radio star. Video killed. Anyways.
Yeah,
All right.
I remember that song.
Now we're
That's an old
aging
80s
ourselves.
song.
Video killed the radio
I
star.
listen to the radio every time I get in my truck and go somewhere. So there's DJs on air.
That's an old 80s song when MTV first came out.
Yeah, DJs in America and DJs like here in England are way different. You know, in America you kind of have like a pep talk to it, and over here they're kind of like more serious. I think in some instance they do make jokes and all that, but I don't think that lively on air over here than it is in America. You know, that's maybe one or two stations, but that's only maybe one or two people doing it, but no.
Hey, Kenny, print a couple of those, Kenny, and paint them up. Then you're taking a bubble bath. You can have them in the bubbles talking to each other, dancing around.
You know when's the last time I've taken a bath?
Last year?
When he was a teenager.
20 years.
10 years?
Just showered, right?
Yeah, shower. Like when you fill the tub. I haven't taken it's been over 10 years.
Hey, Thor, I got a question about the.
And that was a hotel that had one of those jacuzzis.
SV08.
Oh, that'd be nice.
Oh,
I had the clear acrylic in the garage, but to make my top and slide panels, what do you recommend that might be reasonable that I could use?
I would use ACM. That's what's in the back of the black in the back of this. It's a layer of aluminum, a layer of plastic, and then a layer of aluminum. So it's pretty well insulated. I actually just added.
It's a sandwich then.
Yeah, I just added a chamber heater to mine and got that working last night. Also, I made myself a coupon and tried to figure out what was happening with yours. It looks like when you apply it, it doesn't show up in the right side until you go to the checkout page. So when you apply it in the cart, you have to go to the checkout page and then it'll show the correct pricing.
Okay. All right, I'll do that then later.
Not a problem. Just wanted to make sure that was working correctly.
Thanks for looking.
But
yeah,
one thing I just got. The other room.
Your fish tank looks nice today. Very clear.
It's actually going to be getting taken down soon. I need access to the window behind it so I can add an AC unit in there because it is 113 today.
Oh.
Do you have the space next to it to
better than 114?
Put a house or room unit and just
it's going to be a window unit, but the fish tank takes up the entire space of both windows.
Well, so no, I wasn't thinking about a unit that would fit in the window. So in my room, I've got a portable that fits into the window through a ducting tube for the exhaust.
Maybe. Well, it's mostly because I have the window unit already.
Oh, okay.
So I just want to throw that in. Because right now it's 84 in my office.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sitting at 72 in mine.
God, I think
I'm
I have
eight-
something like, let's see.
I'm 82 where I'm at, and it feels fine. I got my air conditioner set at 80.
Yeah, I'm used
21
to it.
degrees, 21C I have.
75.
Ouch.
What do you got in the box? What do you got? Looks like a laser.
SVO8 finally arrived.
Matt,
Or the
you have
enclosure kit.
water, right?
Oh, the enclosure for
Yeah.
that CO8?
Yeah.
All
'Cause
around the island.
Let's
Are-
talk about it, guys.
No, I mean,
Yeah, this just showed up
said,
this morning.
21C, so it's what, 75, 76?
Phoenix, let Tor talk.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah. Not a problem. Yeah, the enclosure kit from Solvol actually showed up after what USPS said delayed for like a week and a half. Like, it's arriving late. It's arriving late. Get text messages every day from them. Oh, probably don't want to show that side.
Nice.
But I'll probably open this up on stream and install it.
Sounds like a submarine periscope. The dinging. Music coming from somewhere. You guys hear that?
Uh,
Do we hear that?
I don't hear it.
no. I think you're hearing voices.
All right, I stopped at a open time. It was one of my screens. I had a screen buried and it's playing the Abyss music. So let's see if I get dinged. Let me close that window.
Wee doggy, Granny, I declare this guy makes Jethro look like a genius. And you can imagine what the picture is. That's a good one.
Yeah, I contacted my rep that I talked to with Sovol, and of course, he told me the same thing about the printer. He said, "Oh no, you can't review the enclosure. We don't have enough for the existing customers." I said, "Okay. When I get a shipping date at the end of the month, I'll ask you again. But if they don't, then I'll just build my own enclosure."
I started to design an enclosure already. If you need the measurements for the side and top panels.
I'll wait till it comes.
The only issue I had was trying to figure out the hinges because they have their own special hinges and everything for it. So I wanted to try to do something that you don't drill into the case or anything like that into the frame.
I assume somebody online might have made hinges and shared them out on Maker World or thing or something.
From what I saw, there was a few, but they all drilled into the side of the case.
Okay.
Which I wasn't really happy with.
So you need barrel hinges or recessed?
Well, they can clamp on, or there can already be holes pre-drilled.
Yeah, they have holes, but they're specifically for the hinges they have. So it has to be a small pin. And if I get the pin and a printed part, I could probably do it.
Okay. A pin like a set screw or something, but longer?
Yeah, just like a metal rod, essentially.
Okay.
Well, what you
So I have to get the right size.
You could do. I mean, don't know what the material is that you're building in.
It is metal case, but I was thinking like magnets or something, but that's the doors are too heavy.
So what you could do is you go ahead and 3D print barrel hinges.
And well, he's got the enclosure in the box now, so he doesn't need to do that.
And
well,
then,
I still might do it just so TH3D can sell an enclosure kit.
Well, that's true.
That's going to be most likely cheaper than Solvo's $180 price tag.
And then if you print the extension on the top a couple inches tall with a lid on that, since it's vented, you don't need an exhaust fan in the back sucking air out of the printer.
Well, I want it actually enclosed. That's part of the problem is what a lot of people have with the stock one is that it's an open enclosure. Like I would like it mostly sealed up because I want to print like ABS and print it hot. That's why I have
first-
an enclosure heater.
My first CR10 back in
So
2017.
I
If you
have
look
a
at my
question.
hold on, if you look at my old videos, I had that in a wooden enclosure that had plexiglass all the way around it. The CR10 power box was outside of the enclosure, but it was completely enclosed with no vent holes, other than the ones that were in the plexiglass where the wires ran out. So I wanted to keep all the heat in.
Exactly. That's pretty much what I want to do.
Okay,
Go ahead.
so my question to you is, can you just recess the door into the frame?
For the SV08, it has recesses already. So maybe.
Because if you recess the door into the frame itself, you can use either a silicone or a high temperature rubber to seal the case so that the air doesn't escape. So you can
I actually
control
have
temperature
on-
environment.
What can I easily remove? Like on this enclosure, I have it sealed all the way around. I won't be able to pull that off. But I have a
That's fine.
foam tape.
Okay, so you got a neoprene strip on there.
Pretty much, yeah. So it completely seals it. And even on, you can't even see it on this because it's black on black. But like you can see this slight edge.
Okay.
That's the foam that I use for this mod. And that seals it up really well. I'm actually going to be converting a CR10S5 into a Core XY machine. Guy brought it into the shop and he modded it all out, trying to get better prints, trying to get it faster. But with swinging that S5 bed around, I think it's 510 by 510, it's just too much weight. So he couldn't get any speeds off of it. So we're pretty much just taking the frame, the tiny machines linear rail kit, and converting it into kind of like a Mercury 1 Core XY. But completely remaking the frame, remaking a new Z-axis for it. Ender 3 MG style. Kinda, but it's going to be the, what's it called? The Mercury 1.1 kit. But it's just going to be the printed parts from that. And we're going to DIY everything else.
All right. Let's give away a roll of Ziltech filament. Ziltech is out of Houston, Texas. They started making a lot of their filament currently in the U.S. They sell extrusion. If you're going to build a custom printer, they can custom cut pretty much any size you want. They ship lower 48. If your order was big enough, they would probably do Canada, but you'd have to contact them on that. They sell tons of types of filament, ABS, PETG, multiple colors, dual and tricolor filament. They got big tree tech boards, a little bit of anything and everything at ziltech.com. This will be for the lower 48 only. If you won within the last 2 months and you win, have me redraw. They don't like repeat winners that constantly keep winning, because the whole point in the company giving away filament is to get new people to try it out and possibly come back and buy more from them. So we're gonna draw one winner right now. We got 24 entries. Once you win, I'm putting my email in chat. Click on my email or copy it and go to ziltech.com. Let me know what type of filament you want with your USA mailing address. Email me back sometime today. I'll give it to my rep tomorrow. It'll get shipped out Monday. You'll have it by the end of the week next week. So here we go in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. USA only, must be present to win.
Damn, I see my name a few times.
Hobby Main.
But never at
Hobby
the end.
Main watching on Twitch.
Never at the end.
Congratulations, Hobby Main. Are you in chat and have you won in the last 2 months?
Mm-mm.
And I know he's not in Maine. So I raised one a while back, but I don't remember when. Well, okay, he wants me to redraw. He's recently won. Okay. Thank you, sir. We're redrawing.
Oh, I saw my name.
I saw my name.
Oh, hey!
Rodney Mac
Oh,
won. Rodney Mac won. Watching on
Congrats.
Twitch, Rodney Mac, are you in chat? He just entered right here. Let's see if he says something and he's still here. Rodney Mac, please say something. Awesome, there he is. Okay, Rodney Mac, here's my email address in chat right now. Write that down. Go to ziltech.com sometime today. Let me know what type of filament with your USA mailing address, and I'll let my rep know. Congratulations. Let me write that down so I don't forget.
Yeah, probably going to be using a lot of Ziltech stuff for, or Ziltech. Can never remember.
I say Ziltech, but
Ziltech. Probably going to be using a lot of their extrusions and linear motion parts for the S5 conversion. So it's going to be fun.
yeah, that's where my Hypercube came from. My Evo, 400 by 400 by 500, but I want to put linear rails on it. I just got to figure out what I got to order from who and how to convert it.
Woohoo, now I can get stable 65 degrees enclosure temp.
Got a fresh victim. See what happens.
Hello, Tim. How you doing today?
Hey.
I hope your family's okay, Tim. They had that bad storm roll through the country. Hope everybody's safe. I never seen a post online from you about it. My wife was wondering also about it. Let's see, where's my next one?
And we have somebody popping in.
Ladies and gentlemen, Scott with Edge of 3D. What's up, man?
Hey, Scott.
What's going on, guys?
How's it going?
All right.
I still need to check out your video from this morning. How's that film?
Just breaking stuff here. Since you wanna see what the video is, here, I'll break this. I got to break some stuff anyway. I got to do some updates.
Are you currently filming what you're breaking, or that'll be something else you're doing?
It's capturing everything while I'm breaking.
All right.
But this was two of the filaments wound up wet when I was printing all the parts, so I went ahead and broke them, and I had to reprint them. So this is the PA12 carbon fiber, and this would be the one printed vertically standing up. So this will be a layer line adhesion break. So 16.79 kilograms.
Not bad.
Not bad.
I got to write that down before I
Forget it.
forget. Yeah, 16.79. And then this is one printed horizontally, so laying down like this, so it's actually an overall strength test of the part, filament, and everything.
The binding.
And this one will break a lot more violently.
Smack you in the face.
Hang on, I got to put safety glasses on to do this one.
Just
No, I'm
calling that out.
serious. The other night I was breaking some stuff on here on a Discord group, and one of the PPSCF ones, when it broke, a piece of it shot off there, and it put a big gouge in my arm.
Ouch.
Sliced me like a razor blade.
Breaking slow or breaking fast would give you two different readings, I believe.
It's breaking at exactly the same speed every time, Jerry. So
Okay.
Hey, is it
that's
breaking?
why it's motorized. That's why it's motorized and everything else. So it every break is at the same speed, the whole 9 yards. So
But is
all
it
right, here we
breaking?
go.
Is it breaking bad?
Yeah.
Get it? Get
How,
it?
how much of pull strength does the load handler have?
So that was 37.15 kilograms. That load cell there, I can go up to 500 newtons, which is 51 kilograms, I believe.
Which is
So like the part printed in PS carbon fiber, this part here that's printed full sized, these are scaled down to 75%. This is a full sized one. This one right here, I can't break it. The last time I pulled it, it went to, I don't remember what it was, 100 and some kilograms. I'd have to go look at, hang on, let me go get my cheat sheet.
That's a pretty powerful, strong load master. Load break, 112 pounds.
Hello, Pete. How you doing today, my
Actually,
friend?
it went to 69 kilograms is where it stalled out the motor. So 69 kilograms, that's I should be able to remember that off of my head. So around 150 pounds.
Yeah, close to
152 pounds is where it. So we'll try it again here.
Hello, Patrick. No, Montana Nick, I haven't started it. I got 3 big bottles of resin. I got the files. I just haven't started printing it yet.
So I've pulled on this part now about 6 times, the same part, and it still hasn't broke. Hey, it finally broke after the meter died. 69 kilograms is where it broke at. That's the first time it's broke. So that took 6 pulls, maxing out the machine, which, you know, when it does that and it peaks out like that, it clears the meter off. But the last number I seen on there was around 69. I'll be able to go back and look at the video later and
get the exact.
Well, whatever the last frame was that it caught, so you never know what it's going to be.
You didn't have any infill on what kind of, how many layers?
So CNC Kitchen's standards on this. So it's 3 walls, 3 top, 3 bottom. It's a 0.165 layer height, a forced 0.44 line width, and then it's 20% infill. And Stefan didn't give a
infill type.
He doesn't specify what infill type, so I was using rectilinear. But yeah, there we go. It finally broke.
Nice.
Well, if it's not going to hold anything more than 15 pounds, you're pretty solid there.
15 pounds? Try 150 pounds.
Oh.
This right here broke at 150 pounds. I've pulled it to 150 pounds about 6 times, and it finally broke.
Well, no, I wasn't thinking what you were building to.
Yeah. So I've printed 2 carabiners out of that material, and we haven't broke them yet. We've hooked them to door frames and stood on them and bounced, and yeah, they won't give. Then I know where it's going to give once they finally break. It's right where the pin that holds the swivel part, but right now we haven't been able to break them, and we've been, like I say, at my shop, the guys have been playing around with them, and they've hooked them, tied a deal up above the door frame there, and then tied a rope on it, put a loop in it, and they were putting their foot in it and bouncing up and down on it, and they couldn't get them to break. So
wow.
So it's comfortably holding 150.
On the carabiners,
yeah,
Kurt's every bit of 250 pounds, so he wasn't able to break it.
Well, I would print it a few more extra walls and layers, and you can get some real weight out of that. Yeah.
Patrick, are you at work? Do you have time to stop in for a minute? Because Patrick's parents' house burnt down, and they got a GoFundMe page, which I showed earlier a couple times, and I'm going to show it again here in just a minute. There was a fire.
I was worried about that on the 4th.
I'm not sure what happened, how it happened. But let me share my screen again. Patrick was just in chat. I shared the link in chat, but that's their current state of their house.
Wow.
Jeez.
And it looks like it was in West Virginia. It looks like where it happened at.
Well, folks, right there is the exact reason why you want to put glue stick on a bed plate before you're printing PET or PETG. I just destroyed that bed plate.
Yes, sir. Always recommend that to customers.
Well, and if you look, it's where I've been printing the hooks at. So the glue stick that I had on there was wore out. And I just went ahead and printed a pet part there and just totally ruined that build plate.
I had nanopolymer on glass mirror a long time ago, and I had a lot of nanopolymer, and it still popped the mirror.
I just start just using Vision Miner.
3 bottles of our bed cement. Just I have it stored around the office at every printer.
I have the homemade stuff by Frank AF, that stuff that he put out the recipe for. That's what I use. But yeah, I let it get too thin on there, and there's a
mark to prove it.
Yeah, crap, and I'm out of bed plates for that printer.
Can you use 2000 grit sandpaper?
No, it actually pulled there's
a layer.
There's a layer that it took off. Let me
Is it textured or smooth?
No, this is the smooth side.
Oh. Time to hit up Hector.
Yeah, it's his birthday today. He's not wanting to deal with work related stuff today.
Pete, congratulations on getting your SV08. I've seen your pictures over on Twitter. Congratulations.
So
that's the surface that it broke off there, and it's 0.29 millimeters, so 0.3 millimeter thick surface. Well, if I can get the damn somehow.
I mean, if you want to waste your afternoon, you could try to remove the rest of the plate and then grab a sheet of PEI.
No, I have a garbage can right back here that shit goes into. I'm not wasting an afternoon trying to get that off there. No, sir.
Actually, that's what I'm doing with this LDO plate.
You know what? I have these awesome. I have about 100 of these awesome Overture stickers. I could put one of them over it. But that would really mess up the bed leveling because it doesn't cover the whole plate.
Adaptive mesh. You're good.
This is an old clipper install on this one.
Oh.
And I don't have adaptive bed mesh on it yet.
I don't know why, but adaptive is not working on this Trident. Need to figure that out. It's a fresh install.
Here's a link to the GoFundMe. I'm putting it back in chat right now. If anybody would like to help out Patrick's family. There's a link there for the GoFundMe account.
Let me go look in my treasure closet and see if I have another 250 build plate.
How you doing, buddy? Patrick, do you know what the cause of the fire was? I was curious.
He did reply earlier that he's at work.
I know, but he can type in chat if he wants to. He's listening. Really sad.
It is.
Yeah, I was really worried about that happening in my house because I'm in the middle of the block, and 2 houses over. After that, there's a empty block, and that's where they were setting off all the fireworks. And I heard stuff.
No need to hit up Hector. I have some in my stash. Let's see what these are. That's a honey badger. I think this is their P1.
250, 256, same thing.
Now this is the texture both sides. Let's see what this one is. This one's got a magnet in it. Oh, this is a 275 anyway. Never mind. Now that's a good one there. But that's a 275, so it won't fit this printer. All right, well, I still have one. So I can still keep printing until I ruin it.
Nice.
Let's break a couple more. These are PET carbon fiber.
The one that you just broke, that finally broke, how many times did you try to break it?
That was the 7th time I pulled it.
Okay. Make note of that. Reprint one just like it and see if it takes.
I'm going to.
I'm thinking stress. We keep yanking. Eventually gave way, maybe.
Yeah, but I don't want to Yankee till the meter breaks because that's an $80 meter.
Oh, yeah.
So this is the PET carbon fiber. We'll do the vertical print first. So this will be a layer adhesion test. And set it to kilograms. Put it on peak.
Did you get that cube printed out for your office worker? That ball thing?
This?
Yeah, that thing. Yeah, okay, you got it. Okay, good.
Yeah, I printed about 20 of them now. That's the only one I have left.
Yeah, it takes you a minute when you look at it. How does this damn thing go together? But once you get it, you get it.
So 18.46 on the PET carbon fiber on layer adhesion. That's pretty good. Now let's see what a vertical or horizontal break is. These are the ones that are scary with this carbon fiber material because when they go, they pretty explosive when they leave the machine. .64, and one piece of that went clear in the other room.
Oh, woo.
So that's pretty good. 44.64 kilograms. That'd be 100, right at 100 pounds. 98 pounds. So there you go. Breaking stuff.
Are you gonna try to print any of those carabiners solid and see how it breaks?
Well, the problem, and let me go find one of them right quick. I think I've got one in the other room. Hold on, Jerry. There's a problem with that.
Oh, yeah, another set of tools. Weather stripping.
So here's the problem with the carabiner, Jerry. Let me get back over to the screen that I'm actually on because on YouTube it's a little delayed. There's this pin right here that's a printed pin that holds that in there, and that is 4.5 millimeter diameter, maybe 5. 4.75 millimeter diameter is that on that pin. So that's the weakest point on there. And then the other weak point would be where the pin goes through right here, these two parts, and this part right here. So eventually it's going to fail there. Yeah. None of this is going to fail. That's your failure point's going to be right here. So, but like I say, when you put it together like that, and what the guys were doing is they had it hanging like this, and a rope right here, and they were bouncing on it, trying to break it. And I just knew this part right here was going to fail, but it's got to yield some over here before it gets enough movement over here to break something. So, I mean, it's going to break sooner or later with enough weight. I wouldn't trust it for anything that human life related.
Well, yeah,
but they're fun.
Back
they're
of a
fun
backpack.
to print.
Office Jones is asking, where'd you get the meter at? Was that on Amazon?
Yeah, it's on Amazon. Hang on, I'll throw a link in private chat, Jerry, and you can put it over on. Now, mind you, I bought mine used off of Amazon, so I paid half price for it. There are no more used ones.
Thank you for the
there
follow.
Might be now. But...
Appreciate it.
There's the link to it.
All right.
It's an affiliate link. They can kill that part of it if they want, but I'm not signing out of YouTube to get a non-affiliate link.
Okay.
I don't
Here we
care.
go.
I'll
Put it in the chat.
click an
Thank you.
affiliate link.
Well, now it's down to 63.08. It's 10% off, and then you can apply a 10% coupon to that and get it down into the 50s for a brand new one.
Hello, Dave Gatton. How you doing today, my friend? Dave Gatton's another content creator. He does all kinds of CNC work and laser work on his channel. Please check him out on YouTube. He has an awesome channel.
Yeah, Sebastian, you're right. You could buy a load cell and hook it up to a microcontroller and then program it and do all that, or you can take the lazy way out that I did and buy something that does peak detecting and just go for it. So it works.
So yeah, it's how much time do you want to put into it?
Here's a link to Dave's channel right here. Put it in chat. Something I wanted to ask for, and I don't remember what it was now.
Oh, here's the top panel, or half of it, with that SV08.
All right.
Has a printed hinge on top.
Did you already print out that spacer so your head don't hit it when it gets all the way up there?
I did not, because I don't have enough room for where it's going to be sitting at.
Okay.
And I don't plan on printing anything really 350.
Okay. Hello, Sergio. Wow.
I mean, at least she has you for a dad. Know what to do.
Yeah, he's got like 100 grandkids, so he's busy all the time.
My AC is just struggling in this heat.
I just went out this morning to all of my outdoor units because I've got mini splits. And so I've got one mini split that runs 4 heads, one that runs 2 heads, and then one that runs a single head. And we have cottonwood trees here, and it just plugs up the coils on them so bad. So I just went out and took all of them apart this morning and vacuumed and it literally comes off there. It looks like when you can peel it off the fins, and it looks like a dryer sheet when you're looking through it.
Oh, geez. Yeah, I had to spray mine down the other night.
Yeah,
Why not use something like over it, like a fishnet or something, a small one, to catch it, or a small membrane.
Hey, Kate, long time no see. How you doing?
Hey, Kate.
How's your husband doing? Yeah, I thought about putting a mini split or an AC unit in my garage at one time, but it's very well insulated. The attic above it's insulated. I got my double wide door is insulated, and even when it's hot, it's not really that hot out there. I got a fan I can run. I can crack the door in the wintertime. It's chilly, but it's not really that cold. So I really can't justify it. It's not really that bad.
Hey, sorry guys, I have some trouble with my camera right now. I've been trying to solve the problem for the past 10-15 minutes, but it doesn't seem to be working.
I'm sure it has absolutely nothing to do with tapping it with a electric fly swatter.
Yeah, absolutely. I was going to say, zapping it with the fly swatter had nothing to do with it.
Tor, I remember what I wanted to say. When I was talking to you guys on your live stream yesterday, and you mentioned that I put in a ticket and I tried to contact you on Facebook. Well, after that, I went and I tried to put a ticket in, and I don't know if you changed your ticketing system, but I couldn't seem to find anywhere where I could put in a ticket without saying what kind of printer I had, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So
if you just go through sales, that cuts a lot of that stuff off.
Okay. And then since you guys weren't currently open, I couldn't message you live. So, all right.
All good. But yeah, you should be able to just go to the checkout page and it'll show that it's applied. I set up myself a coupon
Yeah, I
code.
think Scott told us a while back what brand cameras he has on his house.
Outside on my house. Is that what you're talking about, Jerry?
I think, yeah, Kate mentioned it in chat.
Yeah, outside on my house, they're AOSU or something like that. Hold on.
I think they're wireless, you said, right?
They are wireless. They work fantastic. AOSU security cameras. Hang on, I'll throw a link in again. They're not cheap, but damn, they work well. And even in the wintertime when we don't have much daylight and whatnot, they're solar powered. I've never had them run out of power.
So they have UV solar cells?
Yeah, they've got solar panels on the top of the camera.
Currently 112 in Las Vegas right now, if anybody's wondering. I see it.
90 degrees outside here, and in my office right now, it's 81.3.
They say it might get up to 118 Monday and break a record, but we'll see.
Yeah, they're talking about the all-time highest temperature ever recorded on the face of the earth in Death Valley this week, like Monday or Tuesday.
I was,
Like
I was at Death Valley one day because I was working for a company that's doing the electrical in the hotel, that was built in the 20s. Those were refurbishing it. And I think it said 125 when it stood next to it. Big old thermometer you can take your picture with.
Yep.
It's 125.
130 this week. Wow.
A little chilly.
A little chilly.
And Scott, you ever get into rock crawling at all?
No.
All right. I've been watching a lot of videos from Matt's off-road recovery on YouTube, and then I got connected to another channel called Light Bright, where they got a badass Jeep. They do a lot of rock crawling. It's really interesting.
I love watching
I grew up out in western Kansas. We didn't have rocks, but we had the sand hills and river bottoms. So we did a lot of sand drag racing. I don't know if the camera will pick it up, but you'll see a scar that runs from ear to ear. That was from sand drag racing. Kind of see it there.
Wow.
But it goes all the way from ear to ear.
It's crazy.
That was drag racing at the sand drags.
Light Bright, they went over to Abu Dhabi. I think that's where it was. And they're out on the sand dunes, and these big sand rails they had dual turbo something. They were like 2,000 horsepower. I can't really remember what they were, but it was just crazy. They're doing like 100 miles an hour across the sand, and they hit the gas, and they pull a wheelie straight up in there. It's really, really cool.
Usually, I don't know about what they use, but I know down here at Winona, the people around here where I live at that go down to Winona that have money to burn, they use 3-lung rotary Mazda engines, and they put triple turbos on them and all that, and same thing. They'll be screaming along doing 100 mile an hour, and they'll just drop the throttle and stand it straight up and go.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Wow. That's a lot.
And they'll launch them off them dunes, and they'll fly out there. It looks like they fly out there half mile, but it's obviously not near that far. But they'll launch off a dune, and of course it drops down. They'll fly away out there, and because the suspension travel is so long on them things, they just like an aircraft touching down, and they just rooster tails coming off the paddles, and they're gone again. I mean, just absolutely crazy.
These sand rails had airbags on them. They didn't have shocks. They had great big airbags on them, like with coils or something. But yeah,
sounds fun. About 6 years ago, I was going to build a Raptor.
We had the dunes on the just past Nellis Air Force Base. I've been out there a few times. Some buddies had sand rails, so yeah, good times.
Yeah, my son's wife's sister and husband have a business out there by Nellis, those dunes. It's an off-road business, and they got what is the brand of those damn things? Those buggies called? They're four-seaters. I can't think of the brand name.
What, Dune Buggy?
Yeah, I can't think of what they're called. The brand name.
Yeah, but these were the ones I wrote in.
Not Polaris.
Yeah, the ones I wrote in were homebrew.
No, about a decade ago, I decided that I wanted to build a Raptor motorcycle 3-wheel. So I bought all the framing, and it's just been sitting in my garage. So now I've been hanging out with Loyal. I'm actually thinking about building a drone.
Drones are great.
Yeah, if they get enough use. Mine's been sitting lately.
Oh, no.
This thing has a little bit of dust on it.
I'm talking about a full person-sized drone.
Hey.
There was a guy that had one at Open Source that he was working on that was pretty impressive. I was really impressed with it.
Nice. Does it have the auto detect rangefinder, so it doesn't hit into buildings and trees and all that?
Mine? No.
He was working on all of that. Yes.
No, I bought a drone for my nephew that has all that, and 2 4K cameras. One's a 360 camera and one's a forward-facing.
Yeah, these are more cruising and bando bashing than avoiding objects. Yeah. This one is built to crash into stuff. It has a nice little titanium frame around the camera.
Yeah, give me a second. I'll see if I can find the one I bought, because I got a matching one so that when we do it together. Nice. Give me a second.
Oh, here we go. Little titanium frame around it, and then I have a.
Yeah, I can't think. I'm looking for the name of the cards. I can't remember what they're called.
Little camera to go on top. Covered in cat hair.
Oh, Jerry's got drops going on. I got to go to Discord. Or not Discord. What's it called?
Twitch.
There you go.
One of those things.
Exclamation drop, and then let me pick my emoji. It's here somewhere, right there. Yeah, I always have it running, but usually I'm small on camera, and I got to make myself bigger so you can really see it. Unless everybody's watching on a TV, big TV, and then all the little screens become big.
That was a good one.
Okay. I don't know if you guys can see this, but I bought this one so that my nephew and I could play together.
That's a cute little thing.
Yeah.
Part of me wants a little DJI.
And
Here, put it in front of you so it doesn't cut you off. Yeah.
There we go.
There we go. Well, that's neat.
So those are little light detectors. So when it gets close to a building or whatnot, the light reflector makes it push away. So
I don't have that option. I have reinforcement for when it does hit something.
It's called Las Vegas Off Road. They're UTVs, and I think they're Can-Ams is the brand name, but I have to look it up. I think it's Can-Am that popped into my head.
Yeah, Can-Am sounds logical.
So it's kind of cool. It connects into my Kindle so that I can use the camera first-person view.
Okay. Let me share screen. I've never ridden in theirs or any actually, but here's your website right here. Las Vegas Road.
Those are cool.
And that'll be out by Nellis, where Kenny was talking about on the dunes. I don't remember how many they had. They got quite a few buggies. And of course, business is really slow right now because it's hotter than hell out.
Yeah.
Yeah, it wouldn't be no fun out there. You couldn't go fast enough to get a cool breeze. You'd just be driving in a blast oven.
Running in a blast furnace.
Yep.
I did some riding out in Azusa too when I lived in LA. Azusa Canyon.
Okay, I know what
Nope.
you're talking
And
about.
those are in mud buggies or mud railing.
That'd be fun. It's not something I can do any day soon, but maybe.
Well, this was back in probably before. Well, because you said this was you were around. It was in the 70s.
So yeah, anything 73 up.
Yeah,
I'm okay.
you were a wee one. Put it that way.
So, Tor, if they're selling their enclosures for how much? Like 180?
Yeah, 179, I believe.
Any idea what Tim might be able to get them made for cheaper, $100 or something, or you don't have any idea?
Right now, I don't have any idea. We'd have to see how much the cost is to get all the paneling in first. I just have to figure out a design for the actual doors that don't pop off.
Because the only thing you need clear is going to be the doors. Everything else can be colored, whatever. Yeah.
It's going to be, it's going to do ACM, side, back, and probably top. Just like a single unit, because most of the time you don't need to lift up the top unless you're printing like PLA or something, but that you can just open the door. And then I want to do an optional, instead of their vent that just pulls out the hot air, I want to do one that circulates the air inside of it with a little like HEPA filter or carbon filter.
Yeah, you gotta be careful. You're going to introduce airflow through there because you're going to get cooling.
Well, that's why it's going to go. It's going to come in and go back out.
Oh, so you're all just going to vent it in like a tube.
No, it's all going to go back into the enclosure.
Right, like a.
You're gonna go out like a top.
You're gonna right. You're gonna feed the exhaust through tubing back into the box.
Yeah, that way it's you clear out the
dust, the dust particles,
particulates, and then you just keep the hot air in.
My enclosure that I made, I always waited till a print stopped for a while, but if I opened it immediately and stuck my head in, then I can smell the fumes. But I'm currently 60, I smoke, so what the hell? Well, I vape, I don't smoke anymore, but
yeah, this is
that's nice.
This is a stock Solvol filter. Very, very filtering there.
Useless filter. Just for looks.
Just to slow down the airflow for them.
Yeah. So I've been designing a compressor for a project I've been working on.
Wow, Kate, $50. Thank you, Kate. Thank you so much.
That's using pressure differential to drive a bearingless generator.
I've got to interrupt for a minute.
Awesome, super chat.
Sorry, I interrupted. Thank you very much, Kate. That's awesome of you. Hugs. Wow. Thank you very much. Tripod. Hello, my friend. How you doing today? Hope you're doing well. Here's a
Okay.
link. Want to pop in, Tripod? Oops, that's
All right,
not the link. Not the
guys,
right
I'm
one.
gonna go. I'm gonna go make lunch and all that. And
Well, thank you for stopping by. Good luck with your movie. I look forward to seeing how it turns out when you get it done.
Phoenix.
sure. And
See you, Phoenix.
all right, bye, guys.
Bye bye.
Adios.
Here, I'll share a link in case Tripod wants to pop in for a minute. Very cool. We'll do the giveaway for Polymaker in 20 minutes for anybody that's wondering. We already gave away the Ziltech filament earlier, and we'll do the Polymaker here in a little bit. I've been streaming for an hour and 41 minutes. We currently have 46 people watching, 28 on YouTube and 18 on Twitch. Please like, subscribe, and share everybody. I'd really appreciate it. As I say every week, I'm always trying to grow my channel, and with your help, it makes it possible. Thank you very much. Oh, he's driving to an Independence Day party. Okay. Hello, Simon Snow, channel member. Hello, hello. Tripod is also a channel member. Waiting for Mrs. Tripod to get out of the store, spending all Mr. Tripod's money. All right.
Sounds expensive. Like 6 times the cost.
It's not, yeah, like you go to Costco or Sam's Club. It's like, oh my God. You walk in the store to get one thing, and next thing you know, you spent $500.
You didn't get it, did you, Jerry? Tripod and tripod. That's 3 times 2, 6. So
Okay.
that's what I said. Anyways.
Thank you, Kate. Yeah, I'm still waiting for Polymaker to get their dry boxes back in, but they keep getting bumped back a little bit, so I'm waiting to get the email so I can get mine ordered.
They've got boxes in stock, but the heaters are on the same boat with the new filament and should be available around July 25th-ish.
Okay.
Somewhere in
I've
there.
got code Polymaker, so I need to order them together since I'm not paying for them.
Right. Yeah, because I've got 16 more dry boxes coming. I think they get here tomorrow or maybe Monday. Let me look.
Wow.
Tuesday. They arrive Tuesday.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got Tom popping in. Hey, buddy, how you doing?
Hello. How you all doing?
Do you live in Vegas or Florida?
No, Vegas.
Okay, then it's somebody else I was thinking of. There's
Yeah.
somebody else in the chat I was talking to recently, and I thought he was in Vegas. He said, no, I'm in Florida. I got you confused with someone else.
No, I'm the Vegas guy.
All right. Well, how you been? What's going on?
Good, good. Yeah, just regular working, nothing special. Just printing all the time.
Hello, Danny. How you doing?
What are you all doing, printing or?
I'm just
Yeah,
breaking things.
Oh yeah, I just watched your video. I love it.
The fixed dry filament dryer is a nice dryer, dual filament. I haven't tried out the new one from Polymaker, but Scott has.
Yeah, I've got one over here running right now, drying some. Actually, still drying the PET carbon fiber. I still use my other dryers too. My Creality dryer, my old school Creality dryer, is sitting right here. The one that actually either Tripod or his wife won this at the Share Fest in Maryland or Indiana. I don't remember last year. And then they turned around and they gifted it to me. So I still have it and still use it. In fact, it's sitting, hang on here a second. It's sitting right there. That one's sitting right there. That's the Creality one. And then kind of hidden back behind there is the Polymaker dryer. Let me see if my cord will. Yeah, you can see the Polymaker dryer back here running right now. And then for anybody that ever wants to know, the dry boxes fit perfectly on a rep rack.
Oh, nice.
Perfect.
The feet on the dry box hit directly on the rails on a rep rack.
Cool. Yeah, since I shortened my shelf to put my big alien back to my Xenomorph, I've got to do some rearranging. I'll probably put the Hypercube over here on this my table I do my videos with, and so I can start working on it, and then put the SV08 when it ships back there where it was sitting.
Oh, here goes nothing.
YOLO.
Son of a bitch.
YOLO too hard. Oh, yeah.
Oh. So what are you all printing or breaking or building?
I'm getting ready to do the SV08 enclosure.
Nice.
Also printing this thing. If I can get it without breaking it.
That's cool.
Oh, that's cool. That's really cool.
As long as the dryer has.
Honestly, dryer's dry. I mean, I don't know of any to avoid. Some of them, you want to avoid ones that don't have fans and don't move any air around. If they just heat up the dry box,
yeah,
they're not going to dry anything. They're just going to make your hot filament wet, or they're going to make your wet filament hot. When it cools back down, it's still going to be just as wet. You have to have airflow. That's the airflow is honestly more important than temperature.
My first generation Sunlu, which didn't have a fan, I added a 5015 to it. I think I done a video on it, but yeah, as long as it's got a fan moving warm air, it should work.
Hold on a second.
Vastly changes it with adding a fan.
Since I have them both running wide open, we'll throw a calibrated thermometer in each one of them, see what the temperatures are running on them. Let me
address to
80 to 90% humidity. Wow. Right now I got a little tiny meter I bought off Amazon right here. I'm holding up to the screen. It says my humidity is 22%. I don't know how accurate this is, but then I live in a dry climate.
I get up to 56 with the fish tank behind me.
Yeah, I mean, the humidity here in this room is like above 40%. So it also depends on the room and how many stuff you have there.
I'm trying to get a camera over here so I can temperature test these dry boxes that are currently running. Since they're both running and they're both on as high as they'll go, let's see what actual temperatures are running in them. Because Creality has a temp meter on theirs, but I don't know that I trust it. Let me switch screens here. All right. So we'll stick this one and the Creality one. I'm just going to put it straight in there so it's about midway around the spool. Well, it's going to...
How long have those been on for?
So that's the Creality. And then we'll open the port on the Polymaker and shove that one in there, kind of around the top of the spool.
Did you just shove it in the filament port?
So the top one is the Polymaker, or the top one is the Creality, and it's set at 65, but on its mid gauge on there, it showed drop to 64. Now it's back to 65. And then the Polymaker, that's set on its highest setting. It doesn't actually give you a temperature reading, and it's just running wide open, and it's slowly climbing, but we can call it 56, basically.
Yeah.
So that's the difference between the two of them. There is trying to keep that so you guys can see it on the screen, but So there you go. There's kind of a side-by-side comparison of the Polymaker and the Creality.
Does anybody in chat live in Miami, Florida? The reason I ask is on YouTube, which I'm a YouTube nut, watching shows, I watch some boat ramp videos where people are launching their boats from a ramp in Florida, and they have Fred the alligator that's around in the water. And I'm thinking these people stay the hell out of the water when they're launching their boat in or out of the water, because quite often you'll see Fred on the water moseying around. Then they have some other kind of a big creature under the water. I don't know what it is. It's a big something. I don't know what it is.
It's a manatee.
Manatees.
Yeah, what are those like?
They're kind of like a seal, sea lion type.
Oh, okay.
More like a
I
walrus.
used to live there, and I know what you're talking about. All the videos with Fred the alligator.
Do all those people launching their boats? Do they have signs up? Do they know there's a gator in the water?
No,
it's like they act like
it's kind of, it's kind of also the name Fred. It's kind of like a joke, they just people name it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is two guys in canoes, and he asked this one guy in a canoe that had his buddy another little bitty canoe. He said, or I think it's a canoe, a kayak, excuse me. He said, "Did you tell him about Fred?" And the guy's like, "What are you talking about?" Because he's real low to the water in his little tiny kayak, and he's paddling around, and there's a gator, there quite often. So, yeah, I've never met a gator in real life. I wouldn't want to.
Oh yeah. I mean, I met multiple of them. I actually hit one landing at night in Florida. I was almost broke my landing gear.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it was on the runway. We couldn't see him.
Oh, worst thing I've hit on a runway is a coyote, and I caught it with a prop on a King Air. It made a really nasty mess.
Yep, I will agree with that. Poor guy.
That also put the plane out of service. They actually they pulled the prop off and sent it back to Macaulay to have it structurally tested and magnaflux and everything else. So
yep.
I got a picture I want to show you. Let me go grab it. Speaking of airplanes.
You guys see all the people who were bit in Texas on the beach on 4th of July?
By that same shark.
Yeah, same shark, same area. It's like they go out like an hour later. It's like, oh, it's gone. It's like, no, there's blood in the water. There's probably going to be more than before. Why are you going out?
That's crazy.
Yeah, it was like 4 or 5 people who were all bit at the same stretch of beach. It's like, think. There's blood and sharks around. These are some seals. Yeah, they're big friendly goofs. Every time I see a video of a manatee, they're always friendly and nice.
No, manatees are nice. I think they're in Florida, at least, you can't touch them, you can't pet them. They're protected. It's actually like jail time if you touch them or something.
Yeah, the cameraman.
Yeah, because they get too friendly. They'll get too attached to humans.
Yeah.
This picture's all dusty. I gotta wipe it off.
Scott, do you play with enclosure heaters at all? I know it's a Voron no to mention it in the groups or anything.
Is Scott still there?
I'm still here.
Here, I want to show you this picture.
Oh, geez.
My uncle spent most of his life when I was a little kid building that plane, and that's the one he flew 5 times.
So say that's a kit plane. I'm trying to identify which one it is, but
he built it from scratch. Every single thing he cut, everything is 100% scratch.
Yeah.
But the test pilot that flew it when he finally got it done told him the engine was way too heavy for the plane. Don't fly it. And he did anyway. He flew it 5 times. Took off from North Vegas airport going out towards California. Witnesses from the highway said he tried to land it on the dry lake bed the way it appeared. So what we think happened is, as he was coming down, he had no reference points. He snapped his struts, done a nosedive, flipped over, crushed his tail, broke his neck. Because he would have been in the back seat.
Yeah.
There's a picture of him right there. He has a beard there. He's a miner.
Yeah, we had a unfortunate accident here yesterday morning. So,
What happened?
local guy, he's got an Instrum, or not an Instrum, Scorpion. What the hell they call it now? Helicopter. He had the 133 model.
Okay.
The friend of mine, well, not necessarily a friend, but an acquaintance of mine, 70 years old. I mean, he flies the damn thing all the time. He took off from his house yesterday, and about a quarter mile away, he went into the trees right next to the pond and killed him, burnt to the ground. So,
wow.
I don't know if it was an engine failure or what, but he probably had 500-600 hours on it. I mean, he flew it all the time. He was always out and around. Every time I'm up flying, I hear him on the radio and I can see him on the ADS-B. So, but took off from his house and quarter mile away, he punched it into the trees and full of fuel, and it burnt him up.
Damn.
That was about 8 o'clock yesterday morning, so he was probably headed over to Stearman Field for coffee and breakfast. It's what everybody does that's retired around here and still has airplanes.
Yeah, that sucks.
Got the giveaway here to do in a second. Let me turn that banner on.
How do you get in on this giveaway? How do you enter as Matt?
Hashtag Polymaker in chat.
In either one?
Yeah. That's the reason I use StreamYard giveaway. It'll detect both of them. I'd rather use a wheel or something else, but I can't. It won't work with both of them unless you're filling out a form.
I tried to change my name to Matt German before I put hashtag Polymaker, but it wouldn't let me do that.
Nikita, here. Here, Sandy. Let's see. Share screen. That's not it. Got my camera right in the way. Whenever I live stream, I put my camera down the bottom, the middle of my screen. So when I'm looking at everybody, I'm looking in the camera. And I got to kind of look around it to see where my buttons are. But we're going to draw for one roll of Polymaker filament. Anywhere they ship to in the world, you can win one roll of filament. Must be present to win. Once I draw a winner's name, I will put my email in chat. Email me today. I don't need any information. Just let me know who you are and that you won. Later on today after the stream, I will send you a link from Polymaker that you fill out on what you fill it out. They'll send you a free coupon code for a roll of filament with free shipping. Let me put my email in chat here real quick and we'll do a drawing.
I threw a link in private chat for you, Tom.
All righty, we got 36 people entered. Here we go. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drawing.
Oh.
Derek, printing in the UK. Derek, are you still in chat? He won like a couple months ago, and he had already went to bed, and he missed it. And I had to redraw.
Hopefully he's here this time.
Derek, are you in chat? Hey,
yeah, he's here.
Congrats, Derek. Here's my email, Derek. Just shoot me an email, and I'll send you the code later. You'll probably be sleeping when I send you the code. Congratulations.
Hey, Jerry, do you know the setting to where I can get rid of the suit?
What?
What setting do you think I would get away from the shoot or, smoke on a fiber laser? I wonder what would help with that.
To get away from the smoke, I don't understand what you're asking me.
All right. When I burn this thing, the keypad, I keep getting soot, S-U, but
black.
Yeah.
Black
soot. Yeah. Well, I don't have my key.
Have your little fans on or have your air assist down close to the coin, blowing it towards your exhaust.
It's
and it should be-
a keyboard. It's a keyboard. But you know
finally.
what? I'm gonna get those. I'm gonna get those 2 fans out. Yeah.
Yeah, get those out. Maybe that would work. And you might have to take your exhaust fan, bring it up in the air, see where it's blowing it, and try to get it to grab it so it's not going straight up.
Because I mean, I speed it up. I'm still getting flames, and I don't want to put that fresh set of keys on yet until I get it dialed in. Because I got one set fresh, keys, good ones. And we're trying to make that 9 key like what Patrick's got. What happened to my fans? Oh, they're up
Hey,
there.
Patrick, are you still in chat? What? I'm not sure if he is or not. He's working. I think Patrick, like we talked about earlier, might have used his UV laser when he engraved the keyboard keys.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, Patrick, when you engraved your keys on the little keyboard pad to adjust your layer left, down, up, right, was that a UV laser that you used? All right, Derek, thank you. Check to see if I got that. The person that won my Ziltech filament did email me, but he never gave me a complete address. I simply got 233. I guess it didn't go through. Please, if you're still watching, email me back or I can reply back to you. I need the full address. Where to ship it.
Beat the rain. I wish I had rain here. It's 102 right now. Going to be 113 today.
Yeah, it's been like 110 the entire week here, even more 115.
Last I checked,
push print. Take care. Have a great day.
Have a good one, man. Yeah, last I checked, it was going to be 110 all week, and then all the way through the 19th, it's going to be over 100 every day.
Yeah, well, that's just the weather here in Vegas is just 110 in the summer all the time.
Kenny. Patrick said he used UV on the white keys and the fiber on the black keys.
Okay. Oh, so he made 2 different versions? I didn't see that. I only saw the white key one. Can I make one on a regular? Can I make one on the white one? Is that my problem?
Bring the key back. Bring that over here and show us on screen.
Well, they're kind of torched right now. I'm trying to figure out this fan.
Okay.
But yeah, they're torched. And like I said, I got a fresh set.
All right, Derek, I got your email.
There it is. I'm holding it up. The blood's rushing out of my arm. Jerry.
Oh, yeah. Oh, there you go. Oh, wow.
Are those keycaps?
Yeah, they're garbage.
Well, yeah, I know. I know. But like I said, I got another set, a fresh set, after I get it dialed in. I'm trying to get rid of that fire, little mini fires on them.
Here, read that.
Yeah, and I tried that. Oh, the tan one. Okay. All right, I'll try tan one. But yeah, I'm just trying to get away from the fire. Then once I get away from the fire, yeah, I'll put a fresh set of keys on there because I only got 10 more keys left.
Thanks, Patrick.
Thank you, Patrick. And for those of you guys don't know, man, go to GoFundMe. His folks' house had tragedy and burned down on that 4th.
I'll do that again,
guys.
Yeah,
very important.
So if you can give, man. Sorry that happened, Patrick.
I'm sorry, I'm very tired today.
All good.
Yeah, I'm working. I'm just designing stuff also, so I'm quiet.
There's a house right there.
Checking
Oh
out
wow,
Scott's video.
what happened
Patrick's
there?
parents' home. Patrick's parents' home had a fire. Patrick is with Light Source Engraving. He's one of our makers in the community. He's on here all the time. He has his own channel. He does all kinds of laser and 3D printing and a little bit
He's
of
our
anything and
laser
everything.
guru.
Yes. He's my go-to guy for any question I have with fiber lasers.
Hell yeah.
It happened on July 4th. And there is, let me reshare this GoFundMe. And if anybody can afford to donate anything, it would help them out immensely. Here's the link right here.
Okay, what's up with this fan plug thing? Do you only plug one in, or do you plug both in?
That sucks. Did you say that another dog got hit by a ambulance or paramedic unit, but it survived, Patrick? That one didn't make it out? Yeah, I'd go after my animals. Then after the animals are safe outside, then I'd go back for my wife in that order. So
You in the doghouse? No.
okay, thanks, Rodney. All right, I got it now. Thank you, sir. Dog, stop. And then one of my dogs was digging underneath the shed I had out back. Dog A, it's like a bulldozer, dug all these bricks and wood out of the way. There must have been a cat underneath the building. And my ground where I live at in Vegas has so much rock and dirt, it's really hard to dig. I mean, you practically need a pick. And then she comes back in the house panting and all dirty, drinking a mile of water. I'm thinking, great, now where's my other dog at? And I go out back. My black skinny dog, which is just here barking at me, wanting a cracker, Nikita, is up under the shed. She's stuck and can't get out. So I've got a shovel, and I'm trying to dig around her carefully, but rocks are in the way, and you can't dig but a couple inches at a time. I eventually got enough of a dugout. She got herself out. But if I hadn't been paying attention, I would have waited all afternoon. She would have wound up, the heat would have possibly got to her. But she was going nuts, couldn't get out. I've got my side property currently blocked until I get it fixed. Okay.
Yeah, that's a lot of air, and that band or the exhaust, that thing sucks like like it's going out of style. With that nozzle.
Yeah.
I need to either get a laser or a good CNC.
Well, so far I've got 3.
I want to start cutting like aluminum plates and things like that for printer parts, so they're not printed.
So 10, huh? And that's
without having to pay 60 or 70. What is it? $70 for 500 grams of that fancy metal filament, Scott?
Yeah, $69.99 for 500 grams of the PPS carbon fiber.
Yeah, I think I'll get the block of aluminum for a lot less.
Well, here, let's see if my mic will pick it up. Here's a piece of it against a block of aluminum.
That stuff is wild.
I know your fingernail on it when you're clicking on that other piece looked like a rotor the other day. You could really hear that it sounded like metal.
Ping. Yeah.
Weeks ago.
Yeah, let me see it. It's in here.
It looked like an impeller or something.
Some of them have a little more ring to them on these vanes, but
yeah, that sounds like metal.
Sounds like ceramic. or something like that. Yeah.
That was a lot higher pitch.
Are you actually going to put that on a motor?
I'm gonna do something. Let's just say it involves. Well, all right. Let me get it down here.
You seen it here first, guys. Pay attention. Oh, cool.
Ooh, an impeller.
I'm going to put a brushless in there. This has got full working thrust reversers and everything. Tom will know exactly what this is if he's paying attention. You can see the vanes in there working everything.
Yeah.
So it's
I think
full
it's
functioning
I
thrust
saw that. That's
reversers.
pretty
And,
cool.
Wow.
So yeah, I'm going to print this fan here out of that material, and I'm going to put a high-speed end runner motor on it and see if I can make this an actual ducted fan that I can get enough thrust out of to move a cart that'll hold a human being.
Oh boy,
I've seen those. There's an old guy on YouTube that does that.
Well, I'm an old guy. I'm on YouTube, so
put a screen across the front of it so somebody don't actually go, "What is that?" and they put their hand in it.
So yeah, I've got plans to print that rotor on that one out of that material, and I've got a pretty strong end runner brushless motor. The problem is mounting it inside that engine the way it's currently set up is I can't get that motor mounted in there. So I've got to do some redesigning. So that particular file, he doesn't share the source files for just the STLs. So I'll have to do some CAD work and redesigning, and it's a project. It's on the list of projects,
just
but
to get done.
Yeah.
But maybe using that material to actually try and print like an EDF, which is like much smaller, but just as a proof of concept, because it's already easy to connect any in runner out runner motor to it. That could be interesting, and then spin it at
Well, that's what I want to do is print a smaller one and put it on a high RPM end runner for an EDF, and number one, make sure that it's structurally stable enough that because I've printed them out of other materials before, and just the tension, from the centrifugal force spinning them at high speed, the blades separate.
Yeah, so, of course, but also this is an impeller. It's not going to really make lift, but there is design. There is designs. I'm just looking at it right now. People that actually designed an EDF, and it's already at 70 millimeters something ready made. That could be a cool thing to try.
Yeah.
And you just connect the motor with like 4 screws, and that's it. It's already designed for. I'm looking at printables right now. There is a few EDFs there.
I hear crickets.
Yeah, me too. Chirp, 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 chirp.
I had a video. I came out the video
might be
yesterday.
My K1 squeaking over there.
Probably already seen it, but here's a flag I did. It came out really cool.
Yeah,
5 millimeter
I saw.
Baltic birch.
Yeah, I watched your video on that the other day, Jerry.
Yeah, same.
Thank you. My wife said I should have made the eagle gold. I think it looks good in black, but I'll do another one in the garage when I get that RF laser, and I'll make
I like
it
the
bigger.
black. I think the black looks nice.
So came out real good.
Good contrast.
No, yeah, I like the black.
I like it.
See, Brandy, if you're watching, everybody else likes it in black. Wood's so damn expensive, though. I wish I could find something cheaper. So, but
yeah,
Kenny mentioned about a cabinet shop in town that has some veneer and stuff that might work. That's larger. That might be a better price.
What? You don't have trees where you live?
Yeah.
Chop
Oh
tree
God,
down.
I wish it was green and pretty out front, man. That'd be amazing. I live somewhere with all foresty around me, and it looks beautiful. I'd love that. But
hey, I tell you one thing.
If all that beauty comes harsh. You got to worry about forest fires. You got snow, 10 foot deep in the winter. You got a lot of other things you got to consider to have all that nice nature around you.
Yeah. Right now, you only have to consider two things: the heat and the dust.
Yeah, I walk out front. I got dirt and I got a mountain right in front of the house. When I look up, I got a big giant mountain right in front of my house. It's called Sunrise Mountain. It's on the way to Lake Mead.
I got Black Mountain.
When I was living in Las Vegas and Los Angeles, and I came back to Europe and settled in the UK, I mean, I was so amazed about the greenery, and I'm like, wow, this is what I've been missing, the greenery. Because, in Germany, everything is green, not like in Las Vegas, desert. But
yeah, there's no green
I
here.
think it's a taste thing, I mean, I do like the desert. I like the desert because of the heat and the dryness, but I do prefer the greeniness,
Hey, Matt.
Yeah.
One time when we were out in maneuvers in Germany, I forget where. I don't know if it was Graf or Fieldficken or Hohenzollern. Anyways, one of the places where we went on maneuvers, outside our camp, there was a construction site, and we saw porta-johns, the construction site porta-johns.
Yeah.
Well, our first sergeant grabbed a couple of us and a deuce and a half, and we stole the porta-johns for our camp.
That's evil, dude.
From
Other
the
people need to
construction
poop too,
Yeah, we stole it from the construction site. That's how the Army rolls.
Yeah.
Why is
Yes.
this
Got 36
talking
people
about,
watching.
I'm actually applying for my citizenship now. So I passed my first test. I'm doing the second test soon. So
Nice. Good luck.
Yeah.
So you didn't vote for your prime minister, huh?
Sadly, I tried. I tried to talk to some people I know.
Did your wife vote for him?
Yes.
The
She
new guy?
voted for people. Yeah. She voted. I'm not gonna tell who she voted for, but she voted for somebody.
Yeah.
So,
Anyways.
Yeah, politics is a touchy subject. We do not discuss that on my live stream. Everybody has a right to believe what they want to believe, and we'll just leave it at that.
Yep.
We got 36 people watching, 20 on YouTube and 16 on Twitch. Currently.
I was actually invited not too long ago by a person I know to come to America and again and
Eddie
to
Murphy?
live there and
Eddie Murphy?
No.
Okay.
No. Anyway, this person invited me, and I can get citizenship over there too, because I have a visa what was given to me when I was a kid, basically when I was born, and because I was what's it called? Basically, like I was born on similar to an American base. So it kind of makes me American, but because my mom never applied, I guess, for the citizenship, I have to look more into it, but,
Oh, anybody that used to watch Dr. Phil growing up and enjoyed his content, he's on YouTube now, I found out. He's got a channel on YouTube where he's still interviewing people, and that's pretty interesting. So if anybody ever liked Dr. Phil, find him on YouTube. My wife says, that's all you ever do is watch YouTube. I do, because everybody around the world posts everything on YouTube.
Yep.
No. I don't even bother too much anymore with live streaming on Twitch, because it's not really the point. YouTube is much more better for content, because once you post something on there, it stays there forever unless you screw up your channel,
Yeah.
Rumbo's okay.
Twitch is just for live content.
I like Rumble.
Lily, no, I'm not giving you a hot dog.
Hey.
Oh, come on, Matt. Give the dog a hot dog.
All right.
I delivered, so where's my money? Hey, where's my money? I'm gonna have to get the cartel on your ass. So, anyways, not bad.
Who's that?
Huh?
Who is that?
That's Walter White, Breaking Bad.
Never seen it.
Oh, you gotta watch Breaking Bad.
Breaking Bad's a great series. Yeah.
You make
And
me.
Better Call Saul.
Make me
I've
put
never
a little
seen
bit
it.
bigger my screen.
You gotta.
I'll pay you in hot
You'll
dogs.
think it's later. It's a good show.
Pay you in hot dogs. Come on, Lily. Come up here. Come on. Come on. Come up. Come on. Sit.
Yeah,
Good
people
girl.
that have busy lives and are doing
See?
many different
You guys
things.
are my witness. I feed my
Don't
dog
have
hot
time for
dogs.
TV all the time. I've known a lot
That's
of people that are busy,
cannibalism.
but
Well,
they're
I
busy. They
know.
don't have time for TV.
Like I seriously doubt my sister's seen it. There's a lot of people that haven't seen it. But there's a lot of shows I haven't seen.
No, me not either. I do 3D printing or do some other stuff, but I really cut down a lot of stuff watching on telly and all that.
Like movies. The last real movie I saw was when I was working with my sister for New Year's Eve, and it was that one where they were crashing the Teslas. That futuristic movie where it was like Doom.
Yeah.
The last movie I watched was Indiana Jones: The Dial of Destiny. It was alright. I like Indiana Jones, the first couple movies, but I do like Harrison Ford. He's
I'm
a
pretty
good
much
actor.
canceling off all my movie subs and everything.
Why? Do I have a bigger wiener than you?
Oh,
okay.
God.
Let's see. My past 4 bills for Disney Plus for the annual: $79.99, $79.99, $109.99, $139.99.
No, Sebastian.
It's almost doubled.
Tor, you replaced a fan underneath SPO8 when you first got it, right?
Yes, sir. It was a. Do I have one here?
Sebastian, no, you not only have to pass the tea making portion test for the citizenship, also you have to do a test for basically crumpets, crumpets and tea or stone.
Yeah.
Is that the one they had on there?
No, this is the one I replaced it with. It's a 4030 or something like that, which is a lot more air. $4020 dual ball bearing fan.
And I believe, according to Teaching Tech, and I think you mentioned it, there's a fan header you can plug in next to the one that it was in, so that it only comes on when when the bed heats up.
You don't even need to do that. The MOSFET that it's on is controlled, so you just have to modify the config to turn it on as a heater fan. Or not a heater fan. I can't remember the name of it.
Okay.
But yeah, you can just edit the config. You don't have to move any wires around or anything.
All right. Well, I'll wait till I get mine, and I'll ask you where it's at, and I'll change it.
Sounds good.
Because if I write it down right now on my paper, I doodle a lot. That's how I.
That paper's going to be gone by the time it gets in.
Yeah. I don't know if you can see it, but I doodle, and then I'll flip the page and I write more stuff. Then when I want to find it, I'm flipping pages trying to figure out where I write that down at. Or wait a minute, I wrote that down on a power bill. I threw that away the other day. I mean, yeah, I'm not real organized when I write stuff down.
Yeah.
Unless it's my address book or passwords or something like that.
Sebastian, I live so long here, and I consider myself British, and I'm proud of living in Britain. Just like I was proud living in America. So, but things change, and I had to leave America for certain reasons, and
How long before your exile from America is expunged and you can come back here?
No, I can come back anytime I want.
Oh, okay. You said you had to leave for certain reasons. We just figured that.
Yeah, I had family members who had medical problems, and yourself in America, medical bills can skyrocket very quickly.
And yeah, very fast, very
that's
easy.
An understatement.
So, yeah.
I mean, just for breaking my arm, I think I paid like $10,000 6 to 10 grand for it. I mean, come
Yep.
on.
That sounds about right.
I mean, the
I just
plaster
been to the
itself is only
hospital.
like £5. You know.
Oh yeah, on my birthday in June 12th, or when I live streamed, my brother is supposed to have knee replacement surgery. The day before, he had to get a ride to Vegas from Front Nevada, a little over an hour away, to do blood work, get his wristband, and get ready. Well, when he drove back to Pahrump, he got a ride share back to Pahrump. They called him up and said, "Oh, the doctor canceled your appointment. We'll get back with you in a couple of weeks and we can reschedule." They got back with him yesterday. Now they're pushing it back to the end of October. I'd be madder than a hornet.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I was sick about 3 weeks ago, right? So I went to the ER, and I've been there for like 3 hours, and the bill from that ER visit was 45,000.
Wow,
Jesus Christ.
ridiculous.
Yeah, I went couple like Monday, Tuesday. I think I went to hospital because I had some chest pain, and so I had high blood pressure, and now it seems to come down quite a bit now. I think I know why I had these problems, and I fixed that problem now, and it's just I have to eat a little bit different, and just general health stuff. You have to do eat well, exercise, and so on. Stop smoking.
Well, vaping is better than cigarettes.
Yeah, I agree, but my wife doesn't.
I smoked a pack and a half a day most of my life, and right before I retired, I started vaping. And sure, it's not air. Anything that goes in your body other than air is bad for you. But I stopped hacking like I was and having coughing up crap when I went to vaping. Sure, it's not the perfect fix, but it's better. It's the least of the two evils. It's better than nothing. I'm not an alcoholic. I don't drink very much. I drink a beer once in a blue moon.
When you smoke regular cigarettes, it's 95% more dangerous than as vaping. So the 5% what vaping does, I mean, sure, it's still 5% and still can harm you over long periods of time, but with cigarette smoking would go faster than as if I do this,
Any steel drill bit should work fine. Just oil it, drill slow.
So people do not start smoking.
I mean, it needs to be a drill bit for metal, not like wood drill bit, but also depends on the size of the hole he's trying to get. You need to like maybe start with a smaller drill and maybe start with a hole punch, because when you drill into metal, the bit can slide and
it'll walk on you. You gotta punch a hole for your center, unless you're got a drill press.
With the drill press,
it'll walk on you.
Yeah, still with the drill press, it will happen. Also, that's why you have to like start small, or
it's better than smoking 90 a day.
12 millimeter hole.
Oh, that's good. So 12 millimeter is not that big, so you can do it, with one pass, but like do it very carefully and maybe try to have like a hole punch, a center hole, whatever you call it first, and do it carefully at the beginning. So make sure that the
what kind of a part is it? I mean, does it need to be perfectly straight, or you need a drill press so you're not doing it freehanded? Depends what the part's for.
Oh yeah, Jerry. It just needs to be switched to a controller fan, and it will turn on and off.
Okay.
Hey guys.
Win, man.
Putting steel rod on block to make display stand. All right.
Okay.
Closure temp is 50.
Yeah, hand drill should work fine. Just oil the tip, put some oil on it. It can be motor oil, 3-in-1 oil, whatever you got, so you don't burn it up. And if you're on Twitch, we got a drop going down really fast. Polymaker logo. Let's see where it lands.
Yeah, by Polymaker. Excellent filament.
Oh yeah.
One of the best filaments I worked with.
Yeah, I only use Polymaker.
Hey,
They got such a huge selection. It's really hard to go wrong with Polymaker. The prices are reasonable.
Yeah, well, in Europe, Polymaker is a little bit more expensive because I think they came down a little bit in price.
They are more expensive, yeah, but it's worth it for sure.
Yeah, definitely. Like if I have a client who wants to, I offer my client if they want me to print something, I tell them I have this filament, I have Polymaker, and of course each of those other ones are cheaper than Polymaker. And then I explain to him what the difference is and what the quality of it is, and it's literally up to the customer if he wants to save money. And I say, oh yeah, go with this one. This one will do too, but over the long run, this will not last as long, I think, as the Polymaker one. Depends on what you're making.
Do you guys recognize this drop I'm doing? You recognize the person?
Wait, what did I miss? And what drop are we doing?
I can't see it.
I can't see it either.
Yeah, it's too small.
Ask for printer, Liam.
Oh, Ike, you mean?
Yeah, I know everything. Yeah.
I miss him. I hope he's watching right now and feel ashamed not coming to the show.
Again. Wait and see.
Leaving us here. But the thing is, if he's here, we can't talk because he will take over the show. So it's a hit and miss thing, Like, maybe we should, when he comes on, have a mute button. So we just let us talk now and just mute him.
You can listen.
Thank you for the follow.
Wait, what? What's happened?
Power to 30.
No, that's probably one of the things I never would do, run for president. Even so, if I have a chance for doing it, but nah. I don't want to be an emperor. I don't want to rule anyone, or tell people how to live.
I don't think you rule anyone. It's democracy, but
whatever. I mean, if you're president, you do set rules to, or prime minister to the country, and I do respect them, but working this type of position is very stressful. I can imagine.
Let's don't talk about politics.
I'm not talking about politics. I'm talking about a job. So
close enough.
Well, let's talk about astronauts.
So Jerry, what's new? Do you have any new projects you're working on?
No, not really. I got this sign I just made, that American flag or the country. I don't know. I got a lot of things I need to be working on.
Yeah.
It's amazing when you get into retirement how you don't have any time to work on anything anymore.
Well, I watch a lot of TV, unfortunately, Netflix and different movies, and that actually takes a lot of my time up. And I kind of tinker on projects while I'm doing that. When I was watching Light Bright the other day, they were over in, which is a channel about rock crawling. They were in, I think it's Abu Dhabi. Am I saying that right?
Yeah, Abu Dhabi.
Yeah, they were over there, and there was some sheik or somebody. Well, anyway, they're at a car dealership over there somewhere, and I don't know what it was. It wasn't a 4Runner. It was a Bronco. It wasn't a Bronco. It was some name I didn't recognize, and it was fully loaded at every possible bell and whistle you could imagine, and it was under $40,000. And him and his wife said that a same vehicle similar to that in America would cost over $100,000, with not nearly as many of all the bells and whistles. And this particular truck, 4-wheeler, like a Bronco, was under 40. It was like 39 grand. It was just crazy, the price difference. Didn't recognize the brand though.
Actually, Queen Victoria married Prince Albert, and Prince Albert was from Germany. But I believe Prince Albert was a distant or second cousin of hers. I'm not sure about that. But yeah, the Queen was half. Well, the Queen's dad, I think, was half. So, and she would be like quarter, I guess. and yeah, they all have German blood in them. Most royal families in Europe have German blood, or English blood, or Scandinavian blood, or Spanish. You know, it is.
Well, that's something you don't want to do on your first date. Is take a woman out, and if you have German, you're German, and say, "Hey, do you have any Germany?" She goes, "No," and say, "You want some?" Don't ever say that.
You bet.
What about you, Edge of Ready? Do you have any cool projects you're working on?
Oh, hang on a second here. I can share my screen.
Oh man, I'm not getting anywhere.
I'm designing a IZOD tester at the moment and printing the parts for it. So give me just a second.
What?
So
Say it again. What tester? What tester are you
IZOD
designing?
tester.
Oh, okay.
IZOD tester for testing the shear of materials. So let me go on to OBS here and find the right screen. Left monitor. Nope. Yeah, that one will work. Move that off there.
Yes.
There you go. Oh,
And is that
that's
your
what I'm
design?
working on. What's that?
Is that your design?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, that's what I've been sitting here doing while we were talking. I've been designing the parts.
And how did you do the math about the dial moving and getting the right? I'm assuming it's Newton meters. What's the unit measurement there?
I have no idea how I'm going to figure that part out. But what I'll do is build it initially, and the hammer here, I'll bring it up to I'm going to build a locking mechanism off of here, and I'll bring it up there so it resets the same point every time.
Yeah.
And obviously, straight down will be 100, and wherever the hammer swings to will be 0. So I'll at least then have my scale from 100 to 0, and then I just have to figure out the math with the weight of the hammer and everything else. So.
Oh, you're talking about not giving an actual unit measurement. You're gonna make it from 0% to 100%, and
right. But there's a way to calculate that. So what I've got to do is have the weight of the component and several other things, and I can put a 0 line here, and then wherever it swings to, or the 100 line here, and wherever it swings to is the 0 line, and then figure out based on the weight of the hammer and everything else, put it into a spreadsheet, and when it breaks apart, whatever the number's closest, I can put that in the spreadsheet and have it calculate out to get a fairly close. It's not going to be a calibrated instrument. I'm not spending $12,000 for a calibrated lab instrument. This is made with printed parts and leftover.
It can still be very accurate. It can still be very accurate with printed parts. Yeah.
Yeah, and then here's the block of aluminum that I'm going to mill a pocket into it for the 2020 to slip into, and then a pocket on the backside where the 5mm screw will go in, and then the 2020 obviously be threaded and set down in there, and they'll screw in from the bottom, and that'll be the hammer.
That's
just
cool.
A block of aluminum. I think it's 1 pound 6 ounces.
Cool.
Because everybody has a gram scale on their desktop with metal business cards, right?
Yeah, sure. That's what you use it for.
I mean,
I do have
one of those. I won't even weigh it. It's overloading this one, so.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dreamvoid and Sebastian, roughly 100 to 130 years ago, my family immigrated from England to Germany. And I'm basically reverting back to England. So, yeah. And some family members are in America. I have a lot of family members in America.
So I've got
it's actually pretty cool. It's a pretty cool project.
Here's the topper for the pieces. Obviously, the hammer arm will sit on here. Here's one of the feet already printed, and then I'll put the 32mm rubber feet on the bottom of this, and so that's the frame will go in between. I don't have any 2020 laying around here. I don't see any anyway, but anyway, it's just something so I can get repeatable. You know, I can print 10 parts and repeat the same test over and over again and get repeatable results. And now I'm starting to design the vise that'll mount down at the bottom to hold the part into. And it's basically just going to be a printed part with a slot in it and a screw from this side, and then just I'll print the same part, drop it down in there, and then use a razor blade or something so the notch for the IZOD test always hits exactly the same spot. Tighten it down that way when I'm hitting it, it's always got the break location at exactly the same spot from the hammer face. Yeah. And I've got to do a little machining on the face of this hammer to get a smaller target spot so it hits in exactly the same spot every time. But I've got to go fire up my Milo mill to do that. I haven't done that yet today.
That's actually pretty cool. I was also planning on building some testing equipment like that, and maybe I'll be able to and share
this one that I built
stuff with you. Yeah, I just saw that video.
Yeah,
that looks a little bit like
home built.
Like a guillotine.
It's all home built. It's using leftover printer parts. There's a lead screw, an MGN 12C rail. These are actually pulleys and belts off of the 3D printed dragster. This is a motor out of a destroyed Death Racer.
I got a bunch
battery out of a dragster. The only thing I purchased to build this was the meter, and well, I didn't purchase this switch for this project, but I found it out in the shop. It's the switch for one of the trim tabs on my boat. The trim tabs out on the outer edge of the boat. It's actually just a momentary switch that was an extra because one of my trim tab switches goes up, but it doesn't go down, and it needs replaced, and it still needs replaced. And now I have a tensile tester.
Cool.
Like it was.
Now I got to go buy another switch.
But, yeah.
Well, Dreamvoid, I have to reapply because you see, if you would immigrate, let's say, to Germany or England from America, and you would have a kid, your kid would have automatically English or German citizenship, and then the parents can apply for the American dual citizenship, you know. And if each generation does that, I think it should be okay. But, you know, 130 years ago, that didn't have, I don't think, dual citizenship, as far as I know. So, but if the second, well, if you come over here, have a kid, he would, let's say, be German, and if your kid never applies for the American citizenship, dual citizenship, and he have a kid, that kid would have no right of applying for American citizenship. So that's basically, I think, how it is everywhere most of the time.
So, Tor, are you going to do a live stream? You unbox it and build it, or video or anything? Or?
I'll probably do a live stream either tonight or tomorrow.
Okay.
Depending on how hot it is in the office.
I think it's around about like $2,000 to get it, to pay for it. And, you know, you still have to pay for the tests and all that. So tests, I think, are like 200-300 quid. So if you fail, you have to pay again.
0093.
For me, I'm kind of short of money, so I have to save up my money. So, yeah.
So, Kenny, you keep melting them?
No, not even marking. So I went back to that original one that's firing them up, but I'm raising up the speed and turning down the power so maybe it doesn't torch them so bad. In other words, I'm trying to tweak it.
The key
Huh?
The keys that you killed on the top, can you unplug them, put them on their side, have a little testing area on the sides that are still good?
Probably.
That way you don't have to burn up new keys trying to redo the test.
Yeah, but I got this, and they're not very expensive.
All right. And we got a kitty cam.
Oh, thanks, babe.
Paul.
My wife just answered your question, or what I said.
He's not happy with that.
Sebastian, that's you're just bad, aren't you? You're just making fun of us English. Like every German runs around in lederhosen, right? And eat bratwurst and sauerkraut, right?
Yeah, I love sauerkraut. I got sauerkraut in my fridge. I put all my hot dogs.
I like sauerkraut. I mean, with spätzle inside. I do miss the German food. And the cleanliness of Germany, certain areas. You know, when I was living in Germany, Germany was very clean and good food. Yeah, that's the only thing. I don't miss German people too much, especially the older generation. You know, I think the older generation in Germany was kind of mean. You know,
Kinda.
Yeah, they were not really kid friendly. I think my generation before me. So, and I don't think Lily, quit it. You're not gonna get another hot dog. No, Lily, that's cannibalism eating hot dog.
We'll cut them up and give her little pieces because a dog typically don't chew; they just swallow whatever you hand them. So if you give her little pieces, she might enjoy it more.
I'm not calling you guy American.
Hey, Rich, how you doing today?
I'm talking about the German.
Here's a link if you'd like to pop in. Oh, that's not it. Hold on. The wrong link.
You want a hot dog, Lily, aren't you? Oh, I guess you bloody hot dog. That's the last hot dog you're getting. Otherwise, it's
there you go. You'd like to drop in there's a link. Oh, you're cleaning up that part of the blood. Oh no.
If you want to like try and make the Shurin machine, whatever you call it, impact machine, accurate or something, shoot me a message. Maybe we can like try and calibrate it.
Come.
I'll do the math. Edge.
Okay.
That could be a cool
Yeah,
project.
like I say, I'll have it built probably by Tuesday or Wednesday of this week, and I'll get.
Here you go. Now you see some cannibalism coming.
The zero and the I'll get the from where it would, if it impacted something that just dead stopped it, I'll put that as 0, and then wherever the hammer repeatedly swings to each time as 100, and I'll give you the degrees of separation between the two and get you the weight of the hammer and the moment arm and everything. And I mean, it's a simple math equation to figure out. I mean, it shouldn't say simple. It's a math equation to figure to get a number. So it's just a matter of knowing what that is. And I'm not that smart of a person.
You're smart. I think you're above average. I mean, above average, you know.
Hey, I can still read an analog GPS. Tom knows exactly what that is.
I don't know what's an analog GPS.
Oh boy!
Hey, I can read a paper map. GPS. I can read a paper map. I don't need Google Street Map.
Yeah,
That's an analog GPS.
Oh yeah, yeah. I used to use a similar thing for
a VFR analog GPS. I don't have an IFR one laying around here, I don't think.
You know, I used to use a Saxon.
No, I don't.
When I was learning how to sail, I was taught how to use a sextant and use the measurements of the sun and the time and to measure where exactly on the map you are, and that was
So
very interesting. I still forgot how to do
way
that.
back in my career when I didn't know any better, I would fly single engine Cessnas across the North Atlantic to deliver them to Europe and Middle East and Africa and that was the route we would take, was across the North Atlantic. We didn't have LORAN and GPS or any of that.
GPS came,
Some
I think,
people,
in
some
93.
people use sextants. I never learned how to use one, so I just guessed and hope I was doing well.
Well,
Time I
okay,
finally
big
got
risk.
in.
I mean that works. I mean,
Well, at nighttime you could use the ADF and tune into AM radio stations.
Hey,
So as long as you knew where the AM radio station was that you were tuned into, you could at least get a
direction
heading
finder
to that station. Now, obviously, you had to correct for wind, or you just, you'd fly around in a circle till you was coming headwind into it. But, that's what we would do. Is we would just, at nighttime, you would.
But you
if
have
knew what radio-
VORs and NDBs in Europe, right? I mean, not right. It wasn't the question. You have them, so you can't use it. I'm not sure how you.
Well, no, but when
Think
you're
about
crossing the
Amelia
North
Earhart.
Atlantic, you don't
He kinda
you
screwed
get
up.
out of
Yeah.
range of VORs. You'll get out of range of the VOR when you're out there between like
Very quickly,
Iceland
probably.
and Greenland and that. You're out of radio range of those. It's just like you're out of radio range of the controller, so you have to use a handheld HF radio, and you have to do position reports every hour, and you just kind of lie on those unless you have a sextant to. Nowadays, it's all you have a radio pack that they put in there with you, and they put the antennas up on the and you no longer have to do the position reports or anything. It's GPS tracking you the whole way. But
yeah.
Do you have a
when I
satellite
first started
phone
doing
in
it
case you
30 years ago, if you had an airplane with a LORAN in it, you were high wheeling there. So
Hey, you
Do
know,
you have
on
a
the
satellite
globe,
phone in case of emergencies? A satellite phone.
yeah,
yeah,
we had satellite phones. They always just sent you out in a flight of two, and that way, if one went down, the other one could give them a kind of a location where to hopefully find your floating dead body, because you weren't going to survive going into the North Atlantic.
No, you're not. Yeah.
On the globe, you have those little squares on it. You know what I mean? What's it called again?
Longitude and latitude lines.
Yes. You just have to follow them, right? You see them
No.
when you're high up. You should see the lines, right?
If you follow a longitude line to go around the Earth, you're taking the long way. You fly run line. So take a globe sometime and put a string on Chicago and put a string on London and stretch it tight. And that's the shortest route. And you'll see it goes up like that and comes back down. Or take and put a string on Seattle and put a string on Dubai and move it around the ball till you get it where you can stretch it the tightest. And it takes you right straight over the North Pole.
Hey, like in the United States, you have each state, and each state on a map is like lined out perfectly. You just have to fly high enough to see those lines, right?
Yeah. Hey, back in the old days, airports used to have the name of the airport, name of the town painted on the runway. And that was the reason why they painted names on the water towers. So the mail delivery pilots would know where they were at, because that's the only thing they had for tracking.
Yeah.
And then some places you'll still find them.
Back in my day.
Well, some places you'll still find them, but they had stones laid out in fields, arrows. And they were painted stones laid out in fields, and they were arrows, and that was what the mail delivery pilots used to navigate by. And there's still some of them around.
1930s to 1940s, because didn't in 1940s?
I think it was the 20s when they started.
1940s, I think they got directional beams or something. I know
Yeah,
the
you
Germans
started
did
to get
like
the NDPs, the non-directional beacons.
Yeah,
and that's what I was talking about with what I was saying to Tom is an NDB uses AM radio stations or AM radio waves, and you could actually tune your NDB to an AM radio station. And as long as you knew where that station was at that you were tuned to, the meter on the dash would point, with up being the nose of the airplane, it would point in relation to where your aircraft was at to where that station's at.
Yeah.
That still sounds. It sounds crazy to me that people used to navigate like that. It's just crazy.
1918 was the first time they delivered mail by air, Matt.
Anyways, we had that crap in the military.
Yeah, the Germans used to use in the Second World War like 2 radio towers, 2 locations, and then pointed to the direction of London, let's say. And when the 2 beams crossed each other, so if you fly in this beam, it would go beep, 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 and then this go boo. And once you come across to your cross point, go beep, 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 boo. And I mean, both sounds combined, then you reached your target.
Here, let me share my screen here. Here's the stone markers I'm talking about, or concrete markers.
Would you fly in a 3D printed airplane?
Yes.
Yes, absolutely.
Out of PLA?
Sure.
Not PLA.
As long as it's not hot. But that's the old concrete stone markers that they used to use to direct, and there was the route from New York to San Francisco, and all along that route you'll find those concrete and stone markers. But that's what they look like.
I think.
Really? That's I've never heard about it. No one ever taught me that in school.
Well,
there's still some of them around. You can still see them from the air.
When I went skydiving twice, I had a big red arrow on the ground to let me know which way the wind was blowing and my landing zone, so I know which way to come in from.
Well, there's the lights that they used to use, the ground light beacons.
Yeah.
There's the beacon tower, and you can see the
number.
They got the number painted on the roof of it there, and you've got the arrow pointing the direction and the beacon tower on top. So that used to all be on top of this right here. The little building was back there. The tower was, you can still see some of the legs of the tower, and then the arrow pointing the direction of travel.
New York, yeah.
That's crazy.
And that's the way they used to navigate.
I'm gonna stick with GPS.
That's your choice.
And I'm gonna continue land with LNAV, and it's not gonna do any of those.
We've made progress for a reason.
Yeah, it's things have definitely come a long ways. Like I say, when I first started flying, we had non-directional beacons, and then you had VORs and that. So, and that's I don't know how it is nowadays. I obviously don't do instrument check rides, and I haven't had to take one in years. But was the hardest thing for me, was an NDB holding pattern.
Yeah.
Only the engineer does it.
It's almost impossible to find a working NDB to train yourself on that. I think we had
they've all
one working. When I did my IFR rating in Florida, we had one NDB working, and we used to fly to it and and do all this stuff.
I think GPS came out in 1986, and it was publicly available in 1992, I think.
Yeah, it was the late 90s, early 2000s before they started to appear in airplanes, and those were just handheld units.
I remember flying from Germany to Los Angeles, was it? And because I was I think 6 years old, and we were allowed to go to the cockpit and talk to the pilot and see what he does and all that. And I know there were 3 people in the cockpit: the pilot, co-pilot, and the flight engineer. And there's
no flight engineers anymore.
I know.
I shared this earlier. Our friend Patrick with Light Source Engraving, his parents lost their home on July 4th. They lost a pet in the fire, and then another one that got hit by an emergency vehicle responding. When it came out to put out the fire, they're still not sure what happened, but his brother has a GoFundMe page. If anybody'd like to help donate, there's links in chat if you'd like to get a GoFundMe. And he has posts over on Facebook also. There's alternate ways of paying or helping them out if anybody'd like to contribute. But Patrick Light Source Engraving, LaserMaker's Realm, he's on every 2 weeks. He does videos constantly on YouTube, and when he's not working, which he is right now, he comes on my stream quite often. So if anybody can afford to help his parents out, there's a link there in chat to help out.
Yeah, Patrick.
Yeah, Rich, I've showed this 4 or 5 times now in the last couple hours. And then I've got it in Stream Elements. It pops up in chat also.
Yeah. Okay, guys, I have to go help my wife. She needs me. So it was a pleasure talking to you all.
Well, thank you very much, Tom. You're always welcome to come in whenever you have time.
Yes, sir. Jerry, we need to meet one day because we're neighbors, Jerry.
It's 112 out. Do not go check the nail barefoot if you got a box down the street.
I take in the car for sure.
I ought to take my little meter I got and go outside and point it at the asphalt, see how hot it is.
Go put an egg on it, Jerry. Cook us some lunch.
And a steak and some bacon.
Yeah.
Okay, guys. See you guys later.
Take care.
Yeah.
See you, Tom.
Nice seeing you again.
Bye.
That makes me hungry now.
Yeah, I got to bail myself and go get dinner started. So.
Yeah, I've been streaming for 3 hours, 1 minute. I'm going to raid out here in a minute. We got 31 people watching. Thank you very much for joining, Scott. You're always welcome. I love to see you. Keep up the great content on YouTube, and we'll see you next time.
Yeah, the new video's doing well, Jerry. It's at 582 views in 5 hours. So
583 after the stream ends. I have it up on another tab.
Yeah, I just looked at it a minute ago. Jason at LDO is conversing with him, so we're at 588 now. So anyway,
take care, my friend. You have an awesome day.
Thanks, guys. Catch you later. Catch you next week.
Everybody watching on Twitch, I want to thank you very much. Thank you for all the subs. Thank you for the follows. I really appreciate it. Thank you for all those on YouTube that are watching. I'm starting to raid on Twitch. We're going to raid in the Maker Deck. They got tons and tons of makers constantly posting their prints 24/7 on Maker Deck on Twitch. So I want to thank you very much. And here goes the raid down Twitch. We have an awesome day. And over on YouTube, we'll be back next Saturday. And Tor might be streaming later, so check Tor out. He'll be over on YouTube. And he might be 8 o'clock. Awesome. Yeah. If I remember, I'll try to watch. And everybody have a great day. Take care. Bye-bye.
Have a good one, everybody.